Okie dokie, we're starting.
Everybody's so quiet.
Hello. Hi, everybody.
I'm gonna pop out of frame real fast.
Okay.
Everybody disappear.
You're gonna duck out of frame just so you can come back. Hello.
Can't duck out
I
of
dropped my
frame.
chopsticks. there was a reason for it.
I mean, that is a weapon of choice. If, like, would that be like? Do you have proficiency in chopsticks?
Yeah, proficiency
I have
to
expertise
poke
in
someone's eye out.
I mean, that would be
What
pretty
would
vicious as a
Proficiency
skill
in
set.
chopsticks would be rage eating.
I have
yeah.
expertise in chopsticks.
Okay.
I just had twice my first.
Hi, everyone in chat. Hello,
It's on my
Dojo.
character sheet.
Hi, Dojo. Hello, Falcon. Hi. High five.
Oh, White Falcon's in chat? I haven't seen her. in ages.
Hello, Diana. I mean, it's hard. I might maybe pass a high five from Falcon over to Diana. No, okay.
Oh.
We did practice this, clearly.
I'm
GG.
I'm next to
situated.
Diana on my screen.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm just going off what I can see, so
Other side,
if we all do this, we'll hit everyone, so we're all good.
Oh, wait, towards down there. So do I do that?
Yeah, I don't know if this is gonna be successful.
It looked good on my camera, so that's what matters.
Let's just pretend we did it. We just nailed
Welcome
it.
to everyone in chat. Welcome Manuel Jennybot. Welcome Gigi. Welcome Stephen. Welcome GNU. Hello everybody. Hello Blue Sky. Hello. Hello everybody. Welcome. We're going to play some D&D. It is going to be very homebrewed. If you're here for number crunching and like being like, that's not how I think you'll find. If you're playing 5th edition according to the DMG, on that particular saving throw, you would actually do it by this DC. If you're going to be one of those people, then this is not the stream for you. This.
If you're gonna be a rule lawyer, please.
Of the player
Find
handbook,
a nice clue.
it's specifically mentioned.
That is a brilliant DM voice you just did.
That will be the voice I do throughout. Now we're going to
Fantastic.
the next area. And anyway, that is not the
Basically,
stream.
if you want to be a rule
glasses
lawyer,
up, but you're actually
feel
the
free,
only one
but
without glasses.
feel free to do so
That's
somewhere
true.
else.
I'm the only one.
She's the only one without glasses.
And you're sitting there like nose bridging it.
I do have some fake glasses, but I won't stand up and get them because we're streaming to raise money for the Alzheimer's Society for dementia awareness. There's a troll in the dungeon. One of the sound bites I did not cancel.
Arguably, glasses are something on her head.
Technically,
Yeah,
but I've also turned up that redemption
something
for
on
the
her
night.
head is odd.
Anyway.
Man, we could have done bingo for this. We could have done D&D bingo. That would have been easy.
Who knows?
Didn't
Anyway.
set that up. That's my fault, guys. I should have done that.
Going back to the point at hand,
Yeah.
raising money for Alzheimer's Society.
Next time.
Nightbot will be shouting out relatively often, but so will Command Charity. You can also command players to find out who these lovely people are. They are wonderful and lovely and just great members of the community and people that I care about deeply. And 100 bitties already from Blue Sky Blackbird. Blue Sky Blackbird. Name, okay, so we've got Falcon, we've got Diana, we've got Rebecca, and we've got Tor. Please shout out a name, and myself. And if you shout out a name...
Blackbird is an agent of chaos and is probably going to pick you. Like, that's how that works.
Okay. Well, please shout out a username because they will get Cheerspiration, which is advantage with any roll, any D20 roll. So please choose a player or myself, and they will get inspiration. So how we're raising money for charity. There is a direct donation link if you command charity to the Just Giving page that I've created. Every £50 raised, the world will change. Something will happen in the world that was not there before. Any bits, if you contribute 100 bits, you will get Cheerspiration. So please do name the players that you wish to put the Cheerspiration to. Otherwise, I will roll a D6, and one of us will get it. And there's 5 of us. There's no D5. So I'm gonna have to improvise. I'll have to roll twice.
So
on a D6.
Is that a roll again?
Yeah, I'll roll again. So it'll be
Everyone on the
1,
party
2,
gets
3, 4, 5. By what's on the screen, by what I can see. We've got a
you can feel
tour.
lucky.
Tour is Cheerspiration. I will put a point by that
Oh,
for
boy.
you. Thank you for the
Alright.
biddies. And I will also put that into our list to adjust our total. Yes, Falcon?
Can I give myself Cheerspiration?
You can in theory. It's all for a good
It's a
cause.
legitimate question.
It's all for a good
She's gonna
cause.
do
So
it. She's
if
like,
you
"Let me
so
try
desire,
saying it."
and you can
Of course I'm
also,
gonna
if
do
you
it.
cheer using the emojis, or you
I'm
can
never
cheer
gonna
using
use it.
sound alerts, any or all of the above. The others are quiet. Okay, let's see whether or not I can adjust that just a smidge. Let me see whether or not we can get that audio balance a little bit better. There we go. Someone say something.
Hello.
No.
Is that better? Let me know in chat. And Falcon! Oh my god, Falcon, you seem so cool! Okay, Falcon, you have Cheerspiration.
Wow! Oh my god! Thank you, Chet. That's so nice of you. That's insane. Wow.
Oh my god!
I mean, you do seem pretty cool, so they ain't wrong.
Yeah, I think someone in
God.
chat,
Yeah.
this Falcon person in chat seems to really like you for some reason. God, they're a good judge of character.
Wow.
I bet it's fake Falcon.
Or maybe they're just attracted
Wow.
to another falcon that has the same name as them.
Ooh, that's confusing. It might be CP Falcon. They might
Double
pop in.
Falcon.
Anyway, going forward, if you contribute 100 bits, you get Cheerspiration. Also, it goes directly to charity. I've got a spreadsheet. I've done maths, which I'm not good at, but I think I've got it right. If you give any sub gifts or you resub, that will also go towards the total. And if you do any direct giving to the charity, that will also go to the total. Every £50, something changes in the world, which should be exciting. And I think this is enough pre-ramble. So let's introduce the peoples that are here. Falcon, tell us who you are as a person.
You said that. I was about to text my mom. Hi, I'm Falcon. I'm on Twitch at Falconia Maxima and also on TikTok and Twitter. I've been friends with Jenny for a couple of years, like a while now, kind of. And I've played a little bit of D&D. And I'm really excited to be here. I think it's gonna be fun.
We have Diana, also known as Artemis.
Yeah, hi, I'm usually someone you don't see in person, so usually just in chat, occasionally banning bots. I have fallen into the D&D hole a couple of years back and as of now refuse to climb out again. And yeah, I'm stoked.
And talking of invisible people, usually I'm so honoured to have Rebecca here, who is usually another voice.
Hello, I'm Rebecca. I'm usually invisible and don't say much, but here I am, and I am a total noob. When it comes to D&D, I've only been in the world for about a year now, and I've known Jenny for about a year too.
Well, don't worry, we'll look after you. And finally,
Yes,
last but not least, we have Tor down here on my screen.
Oh, hello. I am Tor. You can find me all over the internet at Tor's Times on various platforms, although I don't really do a lot of interneting anymore. However, I do play a shit ton of D&D, and I'm excited to be here.
And I think I've known you for 8 years?
It's been a long,
It's been a long time.
an illustrious career of online collaboration.
A whole lot of falling asleep in long streams into the early hours. But yeah, hi everyone. So today's kind of story is a sort of Gothic-Whimsy. Think Tim Burton, Don't Starve, heavily inspired. Might know. Yeah, there is going to be some madness. There's going to be some craziness. Hopefully, a whole lot of fun. Yeah, I'm very nervous, but excited to get into it with these lovely folks. So, without further ado, I wasn't going to use the soundbite for anything except world changes, but as we are activating the world, I'm going to do this soundbite because I can and because it's fun. So, doop, and I like that people in chat won't be, like you guys in the video won't be able to hear this, but people who are watching on stream will be able to hear this when it comes through.
I'm sitting here being like, put it down.
Did it happen?
Just-
Did it go?
It did happen. It did happen. Hi.
We're just
Um,
imagining.
Just making sure.
So it is approaching just post-dawn. The beautiful sun is rising across the entire landscape. And Falcon's character, what are you doing right now on an average early morning?
Average early morning. Let me just make sure. My mom responded, sorry. Hara is like sitting on the roof of the temple that her family like lives in and works at and that she is like has spent her whole life in, and she's been meditating probably for like 3 hours now. Like she woke up really, really early because she does every day because she has to every day.
Okay. And can you give a rough description of what your character looks like so the audience can visualize your character and her name?
Yeah,
can
absolutely.
you repeat that again?
Yeah, so her name is Hilara. She is a Lightfoot halfling. Kind of tan, like really long hair, but she wears it up in a ponytail. And she looks like the kind of person who would probably like get in a fight with you for lulz. But like the initial like impact of like seeing her is all like, you try to beat me up. But she absolutely like definitely takes herself way too seriously. And wouldn't do it and wouldn't think about doing it, but you think she would.
Okay. As you are kind of calmly bringing towards the end of your meditation and you're starting to consider what you're doing for the day, you see what seems to be a black feather kind of spiraling down from the sky. And you know, you would have heard a bird, even though you are focused in your mind's eye, like purely focusing on the physical sense of where you are, you're like, I would have noticed if there was a bird. And it's quite a large black feather that starts just spiraling down and down, and as your eye catches it, we'll cut to Diana. Diana, what are you doing on an average post-dawn early morning?
So on an average morning is a bit hard to say because Mimi is basically constantly traveling and has just arrived in a sort of medium-size-ish city and has just gotten a little something, which is interesting. It looks like some sort of a wand, and the seller said something about it making music, so
Okay.
Might be fun.
Cool. Have you tried out the wand yet?
She actually hasn't, but is very intrigued to try.
Okie dokie. And could you describe Mimi for the audience? Because
Okay,
not your average humanoid.
Mimi, not quite your average humanoid. Mimi is a kenku, but for those who don't know, kenkus are basically flightless raven people. But Mimi isn't your ordinary kenku because she's a magpie and looks about like this.
Oh, so cute.
So cute. Would you mind reposting that picture that you sent of that picture to Creative Nest at some point? Because
of course.
It is gorgeous. Okay.
Yeah, I didn't do that on purpose before the stream.
No worries.
But I'll do that right
spoilers.
away.
It's all good. So as you're like looking at this wand, you're kind of getting an idea of the resonance for it. You're playing around for it, and you're expecting it to like maybe make some sort of like, I don't know, sweet acoustic sort of noise. However, as you like roll it between your fingers, just experimenting, you hear what sounds like 1,000 organs just blare into your brain for half a moment, and we will cut to Rebecca. Rebecca, What are you doing right now in the early hours of the morning?
Mara is she's giving a guy some evil eyes. She's not very happy. She's in a very much defensive mood. And she's got a little dagger in her hands, kind of ready to put it up to his throat if he even thinks about saying anything wrong.
And is your companion with you? And what are they doing?
Yes, I have a ghost wolf companion called Kendra. Kendra.
Perfect.
And she's by my side, sniffing this human up and down, getting a feel for him to see if what he's saying is true.
Okie dokie. And would you mind describing Mara to us?
Mara. Yes, she has black raven hair, quite in a plait, blue eyes, and is very pale, kind of as pale as you would imagine Snow White would be.
Okie dokie. Just as you're trying to get a view into this young man who approached you in a way that made you very uncomfortable, and you get the impression from Kira's reaction that there's something oddly familiar about the smell of this man. This man seems like there's a kinship between you guys, that you're kind of getting that vibe from Kendra, but you can't quite work out what the connection is. And as you look into his eyes, for a minute it feels like you're getting a huge sense of vertigo. You feel like everything just tilts for a second, and we'll cut to Tor. What are you doing, your character, at this time of the early morning?
Poppy is racking books onto library shelves. She's probably slightly disgruntled and thinking to herself, wow, I can't believe that the people who came to this library would dog-ear the pages. And I'm just angrily dusting off the tops of some volumes. She's fairly average-looking, human female, pale skin, average height, brown hair in a ponytail, blue eyes, and she's just trying to get the library tidied up and ready for the day.
Rebecca, you have a question?
Yeah, what is dog-eared?
Dog-eared is when you mess with the pages of the
fold
books, fold the corners and make them all tatty.
Like if you don't have a bookmark, some people will fold the corner of the page over.
It's bad
Gosh,
library
I hate
etiquette.
those people.
It's a no-no. Do not do it to your library books. Do it to your own books.
Don't
as
do
much
it
as
to
you like.
any books. Books are innocent. Don't do that.
The savages.
It's the equivalent of getting a new book and then cracking the spine, but a library book. Don't do it, peeps. This is I know we're raising money for Alzheimer's Society right now. Books are important. Don't abuse your books, but there are, it's very.
I like
important.
that's what drew the outrage here.
I mean, yeah, clearly.
So, as you are in the library, you turn a corner, and this is kind of a, this is the area of the library that's most often neglected, and it's kind of kept that way because a lot of your fellow librarians kind of like this being their quiet hidey hole, where there's a couple of spiders. There's also a secret pile of cushions, where librarians will sneak behind one of the bookcases on their breaks to just read a book. And you turn around that corner, and you see on the floor next to the pile of cushions, a book that you've not seen before. It's sort of blackish in the colour of the cover, with silver writing that you don't necessarily recognise. What languages do you speak?
I speak Common, I believe Dwarvish, and Elvish.
Okay, it's not in a language that you naturally understand, but it catches your eye because you know pretty much all the books by name. They're familiar friends. Oh my gosh! I need to make... Okay, we're going to get into the world, but oh my gosh, Anonymous just donated $50, I believe, directly to the page. Let me just refresh that while I carry on talking. What do you do when you see this book? haphazardly lying on the floor.
I'm gonna think to myself, Stuart left books on the ground again, and this one looks like it's brand new. And I'm gonna go over to try and pick it up to figure out where it should go.
Okie dokie. As you pick it up, you feel this sort of like tingly feeling in your fingertips, and then a tingly feeling in the back of your brain. And we've just had I believe it was $50 donated, which is translated to a sum total of £80 currently in the kitty for the Alzheimer's Society, which brings our total with the bits donations. Too many things. 80. To 81 pounds and 40 pence total raised so far. So yay! As you guys, all of you, in the same instant, as you see the feather, as you spin the wand, as you look into this certain someone's eyes, and as you pick up this book, you all feel this kind of dark, cold, swirling energy soaring around you. The world tilts, and suddenly you are all in pitch darkness. And in the darkness, you hear various ambient whispers in the air. You feel like something is behind you. You feel like there's other people around you, but you can't see them. It's pitch dark. And those of you with night vision, which is, I think, a couple of you, this is incredibly unnerving, because you only usually get this dark with your eyes closed, and you can feel that your eyes are open. As your eye keeps swirling and swirling, you feel cold and weird tingles and whispers in the dark. You feel like feathers are wrapping around you, and it's just this moment of complete and utter spiraling panic. Everyone, can you make wisdom saving throws?
By the way, is this magical darkness?
Wisdom saving
This is
throws.
interdimensional magical darkness, so you do not have
Okay.
any level of save against it.
I
It's the will of the
got
gods.
a
Natural 20.
Nice.
I got a natural 20 for a total 22.
Okay.
I got a 3.
Got a 3. Sorry, Rebecca, I
It
didn't
was a
hear what you
wisdom
got.
save?
I got a 20.
You got a 20. Oh my gosh, high rollers! Apart from Tor. Right.
Yeah, 23.
Mine's just
20
20
for
plus.
you, and a 20 for you, and a 20 for you, and no, none for Tor.
You got a 23. You got a
Right.
23. You get...
You get this TV, you get this washing machine, you get a holiday to Paris, and you get this old mop. So,
But it was an heirloom.
all of you are still in the dark, but you feel like you landed. You can smell fresh cut grass, that ambient kind of warm summer air, that kind of like warm buzz that you get in high humidity, and a smell of like fresh flowers and honey kind of passes over your nose, and you immediately get this sensation of nostalgic summer, that feeling of immediate freshness in the air, but also kind of a stuffy, imposing heat. Like it feels nostalgic, but also like you're hampered down a little bit. All of you, except Tor, can open your eyes and see before you a vast grassy plain with very long grass, hundreds and thousands of summer flowers, red and green and purple, and colours that you can't even really describe. You see over to your left what seems to be a naturally forming pile of rose bushes, and they kind of fluctuate from reds to whites, the yellows and the oranges, and it's almost like this perfect kaleidoscope of different roses with these thick brambles. And you see lying around in the grass 3 other people, except Tor, who until I'm going to set a timer. Where's my phone? Dang it! I never have my phone when I need it. To Google, I'm going to set a timer for 3 minutes.
Would you like me to set a timer? Because I have my phone right next to me.
Don't worry, I can do this. It's super easy. Thank you, Google. Sponsor me, Google. No, don't. That would be terrifying. Okay, Tor, you are blind.
Oh no.
You can hear people moving around you. You can smell the grass, you can smell the honey, but you open your eyes and you see nothing. Those of you, other than Tor, you can look around and you see a halfling, a half-elf, a human, and a kenku, all looking flummoxed. What would you like to do?
That's weird.
I'm going to go right on the defensive and pull my bow and arrow.
Okay.
You there, in front of me. You tell me where I am, or I will put this bow into your eyes.
You tell me where I am, or I will put this bow into your eyes.
Yes.
What's going on?
Okay.
And I will sort of stand up.
Yeah, so you
I have
are prone,
I have a
all of you
staff.
at the moment, so I assume you're all trying to make your way up.
Yeah. I'm going to stand up, and I have my staff, so I'm going to sort of take my staff and just pull myself up on it, and not necessarily threatening, but let's say cautiously, because I don't know any of those people. Just ask, who are you people?
Lara's gonna like sit up, stand up, and just look around and say, this must be my final test. That's my time. And then just sort of like start walking off to like look into like bushes and stuff and like see like, okay, what is here? What are my resources? What do I got? What's the task? What are we doing?
Okie dokie.
Huh?
And Poppy has exclaimed, "What's going on?"
I'm going to assume it's just really dark, and so I'm going to cast some dancing lights. So I'll just have a disco happening around me as I stand up to my feet and just like start like feeling around.
You guys see as this humanoid, this human young woman, slightly bookish looking, starts stumbling around blindly, surrounded by bright lights. How would you like to react to this?
Kendra, is this normal for humans? Oh, okay.
And basically from that you got, it's a bit unusual, but nerds are weird.
Yeah, I got that. Oh, okay. That's a stern now.
I will go over to the human and basically just place my hand on the shoulder, and I'm gonna cast Guidance, which is you touch one willing creature once before the spell ends. The target can roll a d4 and add the number rolled to one ability check of its choice. Just because they seem really confused, and I'm just gonna put my hand on the shoulder and say, "Stop right there."
Okay, between that and the timer running out, Poppy, you feel your vision start to come back. This cloudy kind of blackness starts to fade, and it sort of like washes away like ink in water. And you see before you a large magpie kenku, telling you it'll be all okay.
Is this something that I would have ever encountered before?
Roll a nature check. I'll go with nature, or you can use Arcana because they. Yeah, I'm gonna go with nature.
Nature. Oh, not too bad. A 16.
16.
So at least maybe I know what it is.
You know what a kenku is. You've never seen a blackbird, a magpie kenku. You've probably maybe met one or two. You work in a public library. Occasionally studious owl kenkus might visit because they're cliches. Owls are cliches. But you probably have never met a magpie one, but you have no particular emotional feeling towards them. They are another race. They're quite unusual. They tend to keep to themselves, generally speaking, or be travellers in this particular version of the world.
All right. I'm like slightly hyperventilating, but I can see now. Just be like, did you leave a magic book in my library? What is going on?
This must be my final test. And I just point towards the monk.
So, for anyone who doesn't know, Kenkus tend to converse by repeating. And I love it.
Kenkus are literally unable to speak. They can just mimic.
Exactly.
Okay, so you need help studying for a test?
Meanwhile, I'm like going through like, okay, so this rose bush. What's in this rose bush? How big is this
Final
rose
test.
bush? Did anything hide in this rose bush? No? Okay, next thing.
Okay, Falcon, you want to roll an investigation check? While
Absolutely.
I'm going to continually mispronounce your name. Sorry, Rebecca, but Mera? Mera? I'm gonna try, but Jenny mispronounces usernames.
It's my accent. I roll my R's, okay?
It's no judgment.
Farmer,
It's judgment.
that's my accent.
Judgment on my ability to pronounce things rather than anything else. Mera, how are you reacting to the Kenku touching the crazy freaking out nerd with the light show, and the other person rummaging through the berry bushes and the rose bushes?
Basically, Mara's just staying very close to Kendra and taking in the situation, whether she should hurt these people or not.
Okay, could you please roll an insight check for me? In the meantime, Falcon, how are you doing with the rose bushes?
I got an 11.
You got an 11. Okie dokie.
So, not great.
Insight.
Thank you for the follow, Nick
My
the
investigation is not good. I am not that smart.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Having had it. Oh, is that one of your friends? Hi. Hello, Nick. Welcome. Hello. So yeah, you rummage through and you're like, they're spiky plants. They're kind of pretty. Nothing useful here though. Rebecca, what do you get for your reaction?
I got a 19.
You got a 19. Okay. Having taken a moment to compose yourself, having gone from quite an intense situation to a new situation, you look at all of the people around you, the slightly freaked out human, the calm but rummaging through bushes, halfling, I want to say halfling.
Halfling.
Yes. And the large bird who is flapping around and helping seemingly, and then going off to look around as well. You get the impression they're all as flummoxed as you are. They all seem to be just as lost, don't seem to know each other, and you for a moment think, okay, we're all in the same boat. What the heck is going on?
Okay.
Would any of you guys like to introduce? Would any of you introduce each other to each other?
Hello there, fellow lost people, one like myself. My name is Mera. I am an half-elf, and this is my companion, Kendra. Do not fear her.
And Kendra looks... How does Kendra look? Is it a wolf?
So Kendra is a semi-transparent silver and blue tinted wolf. Kind of, when you look at the way that her tail kind of flicks up and the way that her paws hit the ground, it's almost like they don't quite make contact. They're sort of almost slightly invisible at that point. Although you get the impression that despite her being seemingly not necessarily corporeal, the level of threat that she is able to project through her wolfy growls and her wolfy howls suggests she could probably do some damage akin to a wolf.
Hello, I am that damn bird. Mimi.
Okay. So, got pointy ears, we got a ghost wolf, we got a talking bird.
I'd prefer if you didn't point out my pointy ears. Thank you very much.
Okay, that's totally fair.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's incredibly disrespectful. Actually, half-elves have a history of not really feeling comfortable in either human or elven society, so you pointing out like that about them is really rude. And then she just goes rummaging in a bush.
It's like me pointing out your flat ears.
I do have very flat ears, yes.
Do you know?
Yeah. And All right, I'm gonna stop physically describing people. We have another person in a bush. I'm a librarian. Human. Yep. With flat ears. My name is Poppy.
What is a librarian?
I basically spend all day like putting books on shelves, and then people take the books down and don't put them back where they're supposed to go, and then I get really passive aggressive and I put the books back again.
Right.
That sounds fun.
That doesn't sound fun.
I disagree.
Right.
I also
And
read a lot.
At this
You are?
point,
I'm going to point at the monk and ask her who she is because she hasn't introduced herself.
Hold up at this point.
at this
Oh,
point,
sorry.
I'm going to forego so you guys continue your conversation. So,
Oh, okay, sure. I'm Hilara, and this must be my final trial. And I suppose you guys have all been chosen to be my companions for this final trial, and I don't know any of you, and I guess that's fine. We'll figure it out.
What
That
do you mean by
sounds
fun.
Very logical.
What do you mean by final trial for what exactly?
Oh, I am the chosen one.
Chosen one?
Chosen, like, for what though?
What you're the chosen one to look through bushes?
The thing is, right, like that statement is always really vague and you just go with it. I don't really know what's going on, but I can only assume that I've been kidnapped from my home for the purpose of this. So
at this point, I shall interrupt you because, Merle, you are the only person here who noticed a incredibly large raven. Obviously, not as large as the Kenku, but like a dog-sized raven has just kind of appeared out the corner of your eye, sitting on one of the rose bushes. You see, like, Kendra kind of sniffs the air a little bit, and kind of you get the impression that there is definitely something there. None of the rest of you have noticed this, but you passively, at the corner of your eye, have seen this large bird, and it seems to be looking at you all.
I'm going to point my bow and arrow at it. I'll be like, "Oi, bird!
Okay.
Do you speak?"
Are you trying to communicate with this bird?
Yes.
Okay, please roll for it. You know, with your specific ability.
So
So it's 1d20 plus 3 for you.
1d20 plus 3, 1d20, roll. That is an 11.
That is an 11. Okay. You turn to the bird and you are like, "Hey, bird, what's up?" And it cocks its head on one side and goes, "Caw! Caw!" You're not getting any information from it at this particular juncture. However, as all of you presumably notice this bird, it then kind of puffs out its chest and it kind of sits like it's about to make a speech. What do you guys all do?
I'm going to
Take
see
a
if it
knee
makes a
and I
speak.
listen intently.
Okay.
yeah, I'm gonna pause.
I
My-
cast mage armor on myself and do the same thing.
Okay. It goes.
Because I can do that at will.
It tilts its head on one side and then goes and coughs up a feather. And then goes, "Fear to thee who entered the Twisted Thicket, where dwell the strange, wondrous, and wicked. Do not tarry or dwell on the path, for one other than I will have the last laugh. I know not why you were taken here, from cities far or pastures near. Although the sun is now shining bright, I would depart before the night. Find the most darkest archway. It's your only hope to get to safety. But beware the queen, the thorn and fungi, the metal, the Nilmerg, and that one guy. Some you meet may offer sweet, while others could lead to your defeat. Coughs up another feather, gives you all the side eye, and then flaps away.
Is that feather like the one that had like floated down in front of me? Same feather.
Are you going to pick up the feather and have a look? Okay. Yeah. You may roll either an investigation, perception, or a nature check. I don't really mind either way. And to those of you who might be in chat, pushing up your noses, you know, doing the, well, I think you'll find, my own game, my rules. And
I want to pick up the other feather and kind of compare it to my own. Okay.
Go for that. That will be a perception or investigation check for that.
Okay.
And I've reposted
I
that.
I'm going with an investigation on that one.
I got a 9.
Okie dokie. It looks like a feather. It's a black feather. The other one was a black feather. Huh? So I've reposted.
It's basically a black feather.
Yeah.
I got a 17.
Okay.
Can I have that feather? Do you mind?
Sorry, my feather.
Give it to you.
I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to put it in Kendra's nose to give it a sniff.
Okie dokie.
See if she can get anything from it.
So roll an insight check. You can use your stats for Kendra.
What check?
Insight.
Insight. It's above investigation and intimidation.
Yeah. So Mimi, with your 17, it does not look like one of your feathers. From your knowledge of people like you that you have met, it's unlikely to be one of your species. It seems to be just a normal raven feather as far as you can find. A large raven, yes, but as far as you can find, nothing particular about it, and definitely not a small kenku, just a general bird as far as you can see with that 17.
Oh. Well.
I got a 16.
You got a 16 with your insight check. So an insight check through the smell. So Kendra kind of sniffs it in a wolfy way, and kind of you drop it on the floor, and she gives it a paw for a moment. Able to tell it smells like bird, but slightly cleaner than you would expect your average bird to be. Like most birds smell like food. To Kendra, this particular feather smells more like clothing.
Oh.
Okay.
Interesting.
And I've delayed this for quite some time, but because of that anonymous donation, we are going to have a world-changing event. Now we've set the norm, let's change the norm. Let me play the appropriate soundbite if I can get into the right tab. There we go.
Shit's about to get real.
Drama. Okay. Let's see. I like there's only me that gets to hear that. There we go. Right, let me just roll a d20 to see what happens from my list of special effects. What was that? We got a thingy as well. Thank you, Gigi, for contributing 100 bits. Who would you like to get cheerspiration? Let it be known for me. Ah, lovely. Okay. Okay, 15. Let's see what a 15 is on my Wheel of Madness. Okay.
Here, Klops.
Okay. I would like everyone to make a perception check as you guys hear a massive roll of thunder rolling across the sky. You feel suddenly that the beautiful...
It's another natural 20.
A natural 20? Okay. Yeah. A 5? A 10?
Jenny, do you...
8.
An 8.
I also got a natural 20 for a total 22, just for the sake of us knowing. Do you care that it's a natural 20, or do you want to know the total?
I think for a natural 20 it might affect it. So I'm going to grant you a natural 20. So was that a 20, a natural 20? Tor, what was yours? An 8?
8.
And Rebecca?
Mine's 18.
18.
My perception is 0, so just natural 20.
Natural 20.
We both got natural 20s.
Okay, so
Again.
you guys start hearing like the classic ting, 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 as rain starts to fall all around you. However, those of you who rolled 8 and above, hear on the breeze a noise that is not rain. It is in fact thousands and thousands of little as suddenly it starts to rain,
So it's
literal
raining.
cats and dogs.
Cats and dogs.
Because you rolled a natural
Of course
20,
it is.
Falcon, you see as a puppy, a teeny tiny little corgi, in fact, you may choose the puppy of your choice, starts to fall from the sky. You reach out your hands with your ninja-like skills and catch it in your arms, and it looks up at you with its beautiful eyes, and you know that you've got a friend for life.
Oh my god, that's so cute!
Okay, but this is dark.
Rebecca's
What
also got
happens
an
to the
natural
other
20.
thousands of dogs?
All of the other cats and dogs that are falling around you, I'd like everyone else to make a dexterity saving throw.
I also got the nat 20.
You also got the nat 20. Okay. A cat, a teeny tiny little ginger kitten, lands on your shoulder, digs its claws in, but not enough to hurt you, and like starts brushing itself against your shoulder. It's very interesting, a cat adopting a bird. The rest of the animals, for the record...
Looking around if I have a cat plushie at the moment.
The rest of the animals that you guys
this one would
see,
do.
as they fall, do land safely on the ground, as if the ground itself was springboarded for them, and like look around a bit shell-shocked, and then start to randomly run around and disperse into the environment. We have a hype train going on, which means that I need to do lots and lots of maths. Oh my gosh! Welcome everybody.
I'm
Oh,
sure
Jerry.
it's
Here,
my-
hi, Jerry.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
Do you want to know my dexterity saving roll?
Johnny just gifted 500 bits, so
Wow.
Okay, everyone's getting... Okay, that was 100 bits from GG that I forgot to put forward, so I get a cheer. And then let's have a quick look on that. Thank you everyone for contributing to Alzheimer's Society and Alzheimer's and Dementia Awareness. It's such a good cause. You guys rock my socks.
Sonic Screwdriver also for you. GG Boot for Tor. Journey for everyone.
Okay, go a bit
Nick
slower.
the Tiefling for Falcon.
Okay, 500 for
Okay.
everyone to get another one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Thank you, Churney. You rock my socks.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nick the Tiefling, 1 for Falcon.
Okay.
And GG Boot 1 for me.
I know there was another one for Tor, Falcon, and Diana. There we go. Yay!
And
Thank
so
you
many
so
puppies.
much. And so many puppies. It's raining literal
I
cats and
have
dogs.
chosen my puppy.
And thank you, Sonic Driver, for contributing 65 bits and 42 bits from Churney to finish off with the wave. Hi. Hello, everybody.
Also 1 for Rebecca.
Another one for Rebecca. From GG. Thank you to everybody for contributing to such a lovely cause. I really, truly appreciate it. Let's put another in the total. And 1 for Rebecca, which means that currently, Diana and Rebecca, you guys have 2 points ahead. Tor and Falcon, you have 3, and I have 2 as well. I will do great evil with it. So yes, the puppies fall around you. What sort of puppy did you catch, Falcon, as your natural 20 puppy falling?
Yeah. So I picked a Great Dane as my puppy because the comedy of it being just very slightly shorter than me when it grows up is going to be so good.
And you can maybe ride
You'd be able
it?
to ride it.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, this tiny, slightly weird, because Great Dane puppies look kind of weird because they like haven't grown into themselves yet, is looking up at you as you hold it in your arms going, woof. While the ginger kitten on Mimi's shoulder is just
Are you my mommy?
Meow.
Artemis, how dare you?
I feel like
My mommy.
I feel like the kitten should be also doing like, you know, the no 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 cat to give you a new thing to mimic.
Oh gosh.
Tor, with your lower roll,
Mhm.
did everyone make dexterity saving throws? Remind me.
I did, yes.
Yes.
I did not.
Oh, Gigi's got another 100 bitties towards Falcon. Yee. Okay. Thank you very much.
Falcon didn't our dexterity saves. Oh no, wait, that was for perception. Sorry.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so
Okay.
Tor, what was your perception?
22 dex save.
Dex save, yeah. What was your dex save?
Oh, dex save was a 21.
21. Okay, you dodge out of the way as a cow falls out of the sky.
A cow!
Yep.
Okay.
Rebecca, what was your
Ouch.
dex saving throw?
I got a 10.
You got a 10. You don't
Yeah.
quite manage to make it out of the way as a whale falls from the sky. Fortunately, you do manage to slide in the now falling rain just out of the way. You will take
What kind of whale?
1 point
The
of
potted
bludgeoning
petunia.
damage as it catches your foot underneath the whale. You find that as the whale falls, it then, as it hits the ground, suddenly dissipates into the ether. It does not last for long. Unlike the cats and dogs, which are running around like crazy now, and like slowly starting to like ferret off into the rose bushes and into the flower groves. And
What
into
kind
the
of whale are we
lumberjacks.
talking about? Are we talking about a blue whale, humpback?
Let's go with the
Hello?
blue whale because it's more entertaining.
Massive.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
It's a massive whale. It lands, you slip out of the way, you only take 1 point of bludgeoning damage as your foot gets caught underneath it, but then almost the moment that your brain comprehends that you nearly got crushed by a falling whale, it disappears. It just fades into the earth like water seeping into the soil. Falcon,
Wow,
what was yours?
That was new.
I got a 22.
You got a 22. So you and your puppy just sidestep
In your poopy.
as a polar bear. Does a similar thing.
A polar bear.
Same with the cow, by the way. It falls and it turns to nothing. And what was your dex saving throw on the end, Mimi?
13.
13. Okay, that's just high enough to miss a large tiger.
I'm just grabbing my mommy and just going.
Is this yours? Is this yours?
Just trying, not so much trying to avoid them myself, but just trying to get the cat out of the way.
Right. Anyway.
It's basically Mimi has pack bonded with this animal, and she'll keep it.
Right. So, as this world-changing event, thank you for everyone who's contributed to Outside Society fades into existence. The puppies scatter, apart from the ones that you two have formed an emotional connection with. They will become basically NPCs you may do with what you will. They will not have an action in combat at all. They are puppies. The puppy and the kitten. They're babies. They'll just basically snuggle up on your shoulders or wherever you conveniently pack them away in the front of your waistcoat or tuck down your cloak, whatever like that. They're just cute. They're scenery. Adorable, adorable scenery. Right.
Definitely not to
I
be used as distractions.
I put my puppy on the ground and I activate my cloak of billowing so that we look really fucking cool.
Nice. Nice. I think I'm gonna give you +1 to your next charisma-based check. Okay? Okay, I'm gonna super quickly just go on a bio break. But we have had from Cherney group hydrate and hydrate, so please do that. I'll be back in just 1 minute.
Okay.
Hydrate twice? How do you do that?
Oh, I don't.
Oh, I drank water already.
I don't actually have hydrate, so I'm gonna have to get one.
I'm just mixing it up. I got all kinds of things here.
I feel like Helera wouldn't name the dog. She would just call them dog.
I mean, that's great.
Affectionately.
I mean, apparently we gotta find a magic dark arch and get out of here. The dog's probably gonna disappear when we escape, hopefully.
Oh no, we're
Probably.
friends forever.
Oh, okay. I mean, it would be devastating probably for Mimi to lose their mother at this point.
I didn't know that you had never known your mother.
Well, Mimi doesn't understand the concept of that thing. It's just my mummy now. Just written as one word.
Oh, okay.
Would it be? Because you could have hatched from an egg. Maybe you didn't know your mother. We don't know your story.
Yeah, maybe.
So,
Maybe not.
with that level of chaos slowly dispersing around you, I can't believe we've already been doing this.
Oh,
for
Jenny,
an
you're
hour.
still muted.
Oh, motherfucker. There we go. Hi. I'm
As
back.
always.
Better safe than sorry. Thank you for the hydrate, Journey. I appreciate it. Right, as that level of chaos disperses, there's many more where that come from if you guys want to contribute to charity and a great cause. Let's protect our elderly people have had a rough year. And all of the other people who've been affected by dementia. It's a good cause. If you want to contribute, please do. Using brains are fun. Okay. As this chaos disperses with your new pet companions that you may name at your own discretion. Thank you, Gigi, for the 100 biddies. I appreciate it. That's your third donation. Or fourth donation. I don't know. It's a lot. What would you guys like to do as you now survey this slightly muddy, wet-looking field? You've got the rose bushes, you've got the flowers, you've got long grass and short grass. And you haven't really looked into the full, long distance yet, but you can investigate as you will. Do you need me to repost the poem as well?
Just right there. I got it.
Can we just take a look out past these things and see if there is any if the land is just flat or if there is significant
Okay.
What's that topography like? Have we got mountains? Have we got hills?
So looking out from where you are, as you look right at the far end of your vision towards the north, you see what looks like some woodland or forest. South, you see what looks like maybe a rocky landscape of some kind. Looking west, you see what looks like maybe a swamp, kind of just on the edge of your sight. And to the east, you see something that looks like a desert or savanna. You see the grass kind of thinning into something warm and sunny looking. If you'd like to more details, please roll a perception check.
All right.
Can I make a perception test too?
Yes, absolutely. And don't forget, guys, you've got several Chispirations, so please use them whenever you like. Don't hoard them, use them.
Perception.
I was going to. I was like, okay, if I need to, but I rolled a 19. I got a 19 on that, so I'm gonna take it. That's not too bad. It was a natural 17. I'm not gonna get too much better.
Okay, natural 17.
I got a 22.
Okay, what direction are you guys
But
looking
total
in?
19.
I'm looking towards the forest.
Towards the forest? Okay. Okay, as you're looking in that direction, you see something shimmering across the horizon, like maybe some sort of fog cloud or something at the top of the trees. You wouldn't expect there to be something like that. The moisture levels in this area, you wouldn't expect there to be a haze above the trees naturally. It kind of catches the light in an interesting way that makes you think of something more akin to kind of a jungle than traditional forest. It just catches your eye and you think, oh, that's odd. With over a 20 on your perception check, you also hear the buzzing of the bees around you, and the bees in the field seem to have gotten slightly louder in the last couple of minutes since the puppy storm. Falcon, which direction were you looking in? Oh my gosh, we're being raided! I will do that in a mo. Hi.
I was looking, I think I want to say towards the savannah probably, and we also did get a hydrate, by the way.
Oh, sorry. I think another hydrate. Thank you. Thank you, the Library of Lost Souls. Party hydrate. Hello, Raiders. Hello, Chaotic Neutral. Were you also playing D&D? Hello, Simon. Hello, everyone who's come in from the guild. Hello, Literate Hermit. Welcome. Hi, Raiders. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to this charity stream. We are chaotic madness right now. We are raising money for Alzheimer's. If you guys would like to command charity, you can get direct link. But all bit donations, subscriptions, gift subscriptions, all of that jazz goes towards the Alzheimer's Society today. So please give what you can. If you can't, just be a lovely person in chat. That is a-okay. You're looking towards
We just had animals dropped on our heads.
Yes, we just had a literal rain storm of cats and dogs, because every time we go above £50 in our denominations, something will happen in the world. Something weird.
But not
and
just
wonderful.
cats and dogs.
There are also blue
And
whales.
whales.
There was also blue
Tigers.
whales.
Oh, whale.
Like
Cows.
polar bear,
There was just
cow.
a cow. Yeah,
Yeah,
because.
just a normal Tuesday.
Yeah. Disappearing cows. Wah, wah. And there's
Alright,
many,
so-
many more to come.
Desert savanna-y area, you said?
Yes. With your 17.
Okay, that's where I'm looking.
Okay. As you look over in
Total 19.
Total 19. Okay. As you look over in that direction, you see something that flashes just out the corner of your eye, like something metallic catching the light. As you're looking over in that direction, you see like almost like cast bronze, just like right on the edge of your sight, maybe a large bronze object of some kind, just out the corner of your eye.
We were told to avoid the metal. Beware the metal.
That's true. That is very true.
Are there
Uh,
any actual like paths? Are there any literal paths?
There are. Now you actually have a proper look for it. They go north, south, east, and west.
Hoo-hoo.
From exactly the point that you landed. But
So
it took
Mimi
you a
was,
little while to see
looking-
because you're in a grassy plain. So you had to kind of wait for the perfect moment when you're actually looking in every direction to kind of get an idea of the fact that it's just like a dip in the grass. It's not like a proper path. Because the grass kind of grows up and blows in the breeze. It's kind of hard to see until you're actually looking. But with a 17, you do actually make that. I just forgot to tell you.
Mimi was looking in the direction of a forest and got a 10 on the perception roll. Do I see anything useful?
It's hard to see the trees through the forest. You've got the
Fair enough.
impression there could be some sort of woodland over in that direction.
Hmm.
Okay, what would you guys like to do? What would you like to do, peeps? Actions!
Poppy will just assume that Hilara is correct and that we have all been chosen to be side characters in her final test. Because I love a good book. So I just turn to her and I
Glorious.
say, "What is the path that we should take, great leader?"
Hard to say. Hard to say. Not that way. Because the metal. Beware the metal. Oh, I guess it was beware the metal, not avoid the metal. So maybe we should go towards the middle and then just be where, but also not on the paths. So we're not going in that direction, or that direction, because we were told not to follow the path. So
The bees are very loud. I'm
Bees are very
going to
loud.
try and attempt to talk to the bees.
Okie dokie. You suddenly see
it
what
might be
seems
good
to
to walk
be
away from the bees.
a very large bumblebee just catches the corner of your eye and you try and make contact with it. Please do your communication roll.
Where's that?
It's at the top of your sheet, I believe. On your quick sheet. It's your talisman.
Oh yeah,
Yeah?
quick sheet. Yes.
I don't know how to homebrew
Okay.
things in D&D Beyond, so quick sheet.
I got it. I'm gonna use. I've got a separate dice to do it, just in case it's happened. So I just gotta do maths. Give me a second. 14.
14. Okay. What's interesting
Yes.
about the way that bees communicate is it's not in language, it is in dance. As
Okay.
you attempt to communicate with this bee, you look into its multi-form eyes, and you kind of get a sense of if you sway Like, you're not much of a dancer by nature, but suddenly looking this bee in the eye, you've got the feeling that you can rhythm of the dance with this particular bumblebee. And
Just vibing.
just vibing
Just
with
everybody.
the bee. And you get the impression through this bee that it's both excited and nervous because she is coming. As you hear all of the bees in the area slowly get louder. And
Bee,
my
queen bee.
fellow people.
you hear as the rose bushes suddenly shiver. All of the thorns kind of cracking slightly beneath you.
I
Get away.
I would
that
like
someone is
everyone
coming,
to roll
so we should
initiative
go.
as bursting forth from the rosebush is a medium-sized, massive bumblebee. And atop the bumblebee's head is a teeny tiny golden crown.
We're all gonna
Queen
die.
bee.
Oh no.
Initiative. I can't find initiative.
It should be right. Well, I don't know how big your screen is.
If you do you have roll? No, not Roll20. Do you have
Next to
D&D
your
Beyond
armor
open?
class.
Yeah.
It should be right next to
It's
your armor
next to your
class.
armor class. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
on
also
the
on your
top of a screen in the middle under proficiency bonus.
It's also on your quick sheet, I believe. Did I put it down? It's on your quick sheet on the attack information. So it's 1d20 plus 3 for you.
Oh yeah, I found it.
Yeah,
I found
yeah.
the
So if you just
initiative.
roll down to the quick sheet on attacks, that'll be where to go. Right. So let me just jump over to the correct page because I don't need actual aids with anything. I know what I'm doing. Okay, let's roll for the queen bee. Ooh, she did better than I expected, even with that modifier. Okie dokie. Okay. Right. You see as she rises from the thing, these shimmery wings, surprisingly small for such a big, fluffy body. You kind of want to, like, in a weird way, go cushy, 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 cushy. Except for the fact she looks pissed.
She pissed.
And her teeny tiny crown is slightly lopsided. Okay. So, let's see. Mimi, what was your initiative?
20.
20. Oh, dang.
Yeah. I got a 19 on the die.
Right. Mera, what was yours?
14.
14. Okie dokie. Okie dokie. The Poppy, what was yours?
10.
10. Okie dokie. And Hilara?
I got an 8.
Okay. 8. So you are right at the bottom. That is sad times. Who I missed out? I have missed out. Poppy, sorry. What was your score, Tor?
10.
10. Okay, so you're just above Hilara. Okay. Okay, going first. Mimi, how do you react to the massive queen bee that's just come up in your face and is like, buzz buzz, bitch?
Buzz buzz, bitch.
Word for word.
I didn't know bees
I
could
just
speak that
buzz
way.
bitch back. Vicious mockery.
Okay, is that a wisdom saving throw?
Yeah.
Okie doke.
Against. Wait, where is it? Against a 16.
Well, that doesn't really need to worry because she has a -4 because she's a vain buzz buzz. So when you say buzz
Not a
buzz
very
bitch,
wise one.
she's like, I ain't your bitch. Oh no, maybe I am. And you see she kind of like, her fluffy body kind of deflates slightly and then grows more angry. Roll your damage.
Okay, so 1d4 and disadvantage. Rips. That's it, 2. 2 points of psychic damage and disadvantage on the next attack roll it makes before the end of its next turn.
Okay, right. End of your go? Anything else you want to do? You are not currently in melee with it. It has just burst out of the rose bushes.
How far away am I from it? Just roughly.
15 feet.
15 feet. Okay. I would like to back up until I'm about 30 feet away, I'd say.
That is A-okay. You do that. Okie dokie. Next, the queen bee. She is going to do one of her kind of special feats. She is going...
I just I have a bonus action.
Oh, okay.
I would like to try. Yeah. Telekinetic shove.
Okay.
I would like to just plant my stick in front of me and then go and
you want to
as
gas
a bonus
the bee.
action, you can try to telekinetically shove one creature you can see within 30 feet of you. The target must succeed on a strength save DC 16 or be moved 5 feet towards you or away from you. So I want to keep that bumbling thing away from me.
Okay, so a strength saving throw.
And also, strength saving throw DC 16 and possibly away not only from me but also from the others.
Okay, with
so just push it back into the rose bush.
With her +3, that is a total of 10. So she kind of bumbles back and kitty. Okay. I'm not distracted by pets.
It was great.
She kind of almost like tilts back as she's hovering. Like she's not like on the ground. She's hovering on her teeny tiny wings. But she kind of gets buffeted back a little bit. And the anger continues. So she's going to use her first, her kind of almost legendary action. It's all, you know, this is a homebrew character. I can do what I want with it. Legendary action where she is going to do an area effect attack on all of you. Can you all make DC 12 dexterity saving throws as all of the bees around her start to buzz up and swarm you, all trying to sting you in teeny tiny ways?
Oh no.
What did you say? Sorry, did you say dexterity?
Yes, dexterity save, yes.
Okay.
Oh no, the
What
monk!
was the DC?
12.
Nailed it. Cool.
The monk failed the
19.
DC 12 dex save.
Okay, this die is rolling well
Not
too
a
well.
12.
It's in the jail now.
Oh no.
I'm using a different dice. This one is rolling far too good.
You're putting
Got a 12. I did not fail.
Okay, you did not fail.
It was close.
Right.
Did not fail.
Anyone else failed? Anyone got
But
below
yes,
12?
the monk was about to be very upset.
I did. I got a 9.
Okie dokie.
I mean, you have an inspiration. You
yes,
could use
you
it.
could
Yeah,
use
can I
it.
use my inspiration?
Absolutely. Go for it. Reroll. I will tick you off.
Awesome. I don't know what that does, but okay.
So you get to roll again.
Inspiration
and if it's
just gives you a reroll.
That's just a free
Ooh,
Yay.
I passed. I got 13.
Yay!
Nice.
Oh, and Gigi also just gave us another 100 biddies for Diana. Okie dokie. I will pop that on
Thank
the
you.
list for Diana. Boop. And thank you for the additional 100 biddies. So we're currently at £89.10 contributed to... Oh, one sec. I think we might have just got a big donation and I might have missed it. One sec, let me just refresh my Just Giving page. Because I think I just got an alert. Let's have a quick look. Oh my gosh! We are above £116 on the donation page. Thank you to whoever it was at Library of Lost Tales. Thank you. Hi. Thank you for the well-wishing. Love to you all. Have a great and fun session. Oh my gosh, and the other donation wasn't anonymous. It was from Falcon's mum.
It was from Falcon's mom, yeah.
No, actually, my mum said to say hi and sent me $50 to donate. Thank you, Falcon's mum.
Aww.
Amazing.
Oh my
The
god.
supportive narcissistic parent. We stand.
Oh my gosh, I need to add that to our total and see where we're at. £116 plus the biddies we just got. So, 116.
Okay, your mum rocks.
Well, that means we have another world-changing event. So we're going to wait till the end of the Queen Bee's go, because we're halfway through this transaction. So, who failed the dexterity saving throw? It was Rebecca. Anyone else? Anyone else who got below 12?
No, I didn't fail. I got a
Oh, you
reroll and I got
succeeded.
13.
Okay, that means none of you get stung. You like bat them all off. But because they're bumblebees, and you know, I'm willing to go blood, guts, and gore, but we do not harm bumblebees. You manage to bat them away safely, and they bumble off in their bumbly ways and go, "Oh no, I didn't actually want to be angry and aggressive. The queen told us to. Buzz, buzz, buzz." Because bumbles are good bees.
God. Can I keep one?
We'll see how this combat ends. Then she's also going to make a stinger attack on the first person that she sees in front of her. So not Diana, because they have already moved out of the way. 1, 2, 3. If I roll...
She also should have to use some kind of movement.
Yes, she is going to move.
Just so I pushed her.
I had to roll twice. So that is going to make its way towards Poppy, which is kind of appropriate because she's a bee going for a flower.
I'm a flower.
A wallflower. Although, ironically, poppies are not wallflowers, they are field flowers. But, moving on, she's going to try stinging you with her stinging stinger. Does a 14 hit you?
It does.
Oh no. Okay. So you are going to take 2 points of piercing damage, and please make a Constitution saving throw as the poison hits your system.
Not good. 7.
A 7? Oh no. Okay. I've got to roll for one of several effects. Let me
Oh dear.
Another D4.
Oh no. I can't roll over a 10 apparently.
Right, let's see what that is. Okay, your hands start to swell up. You have disadvantage on dexterity saving throws. Thank you for the follow, Simple Ruffus. You have disadvantage on attack rolls, use like melee attack rolls, and dexterity saving throws until you've had time to let your hands stop puffing up. Okay. Everyone else saved, and that... Oh, one sec, she had disadvantage, didn't she, because of...
Yeah, because of Vicious Mockery.
Because of Vicious Mockery. Let me just re-roll again, just in case. It's natural 20, so... It still hits, the effects go through, I'm sorry. I wish I could do otherwise, but I cannot. So your hands are all puffy. You see as the librarian is like... Oh! As her hands are like foam fingers that you get at sport events. That's a thing, right? Sports events, they have foam hands. Is that a thing?
Maybe.
Hey.
In America?
I don't know. Right.
That is a thing. Yes.
But at the end of that point, I know we're only 2 points into the initiative order, but we are going to have to get up my sound alert, which I should have put this easier to find, because we have gone over... One sec. Yes. No, 1 second. Did we celebrate 400? No, we haven't celebrated 400. We are doing this 400. Yep. So, I don't know if... anyway, we're going to have a special event in it. We've had raining cats and dogs. Part 2, world-changing event. Let me see if I roll my D20, what happens to the world. Thank you, everyone who's contributed to get above £100. Yay! Which is even more in dollars, but I'm not going to convert it back because that's too much work. Okay. Let's see what that gets us on our list of random... Okay. Oh, this is weirdly appropriate. Okay. As you guys are dealing with the queen bee, you notice that the rosebush that exploded briefly is now starting to reform, and you kind of see as the vines start curling and coiling, and you realize that it's looking at you without eyes. It's looking at you in a way that's like, why are you here? What you do? Why make angry? Why have words? Why have brain? I is awake. I'm so pretty. The rosebush has awakened. It is now able to comprehend language. It is now able to communicate using language. It now has a sense of self. a sense of existential crisis and is capable of feeling pain both physically and emotionally, and has curled into the shape of a somewhat feminine bush, arranging itself so it's got 2 white roses where eyes would be that kind of are blinking at you like, why? What happened?
So, just to clarify, the bumblebee is just above it and buzzing angrily.
Yes, that is indeed the case. So it's looking up at the queen bee like, that was inside me.
Wow, without consent.
I'm going to roll it into the initiative for the start of next round, because it's going to be like, I don't know what is going on. Okay, that is a 14. I have no idea what the movement speed of an awakened rosebush is, so I'm going to just slot in that 14 there, rosebush. I'm going to call it Rosie. Is going to start on the beginning of next round. But thank you guys, for contributing over £100 towards the Outside Association.
Amazing.
You guys are awesome. You rock my socks.
It has a speed of 20. At
Noted.
least if you're using the Awakened Shrub thing.
And you'll just hear it for the next round going, what? Why? Who? Why? Language. What?
Congratulations, chat. You just traumatized a rosebush.
Okay. Mere, it is your go. You have just seen a giant swarm of bees surround you all and be batted away. A rosebush suddenly start talking in a way that makes it sound like it is very shell-shocked. And a very, very large, angry bee with a pretty crown on top of its head approach Poppy and stab her with a stinger. And her hands are now swelling up.
Can my cure wounds help with the hands?
Roll a medicine check. I will allow this as a bonus, but this will be your bonus action. If you choose to make another bonus action during the round, that will not be allowed.
Okay.
So medicine check.
I got a 13.
13. So cure wounds is specifically for injuries, so it would cure the hit points sustained from being stabbed by the stinger. It wouldn't necessarily help with the swelling. That would take either in some specific medical help or time. It does not seem to be life-threatening, it just seems to be inconvenient.
I'm going to try and talk to... Can I talk to the bumblebee?
Okay, this will be your action. This will be...
Yes, my action is to try and talk to the bee. Okay,
so roll for your ability to talk to the bee, and then please also roll a charisma check. A straight... do you want to intimidate it, or do you want to persuade it to do something specific?
I'm going to go with persuade.
Okay, then do a persuasion check for me, please. I was going to say straight charisma, and then I was like, let's see what the intent is. So it's 2 rolls. First roll. 2.
Yeah, I got it. I lost one of my things. Okay, so that's a +3. Okay, so that's... The first roll is a 13.
Okay.
And then what did you say I had to do after that?
A charisma check if it was a success. Unfortunately, that is not quite high enough for you to really communicate fluently with the bee. You start doing like the side to side that you were doing with the bumblebee before, and you realise that just due to her sheer mass and her sheer sense of self, the way that she buzzes is kind of on an understanding you can't quite get, and like you can't quite sync up your body movements with her, so you're unable at this point to make a connection. You can try again on your next turn. You will have advantage on your second turn. However, that is the end of your go unless you would like to use your movement or the movement of your puppy, or both.
Yeah, I'm gonna get Kendra just to go a little bit in front of me, just in case the queen bee decides that it wants to attack.
Okie dokie, sounds good to me. Thank you for all the bee emotes, Falcon. I appreciate it. Okay.
Hello.
Then, that is the end of your go, correct?
Yes.
Okie dokie. So next on the initiative order, if I can find my documents, is Poppy. Poppy with the swollen hands and a bee in melee.
Yep. So I'm gonna look at my swollen hands. I'm gonna look at the haft of the spear that's on my back, and then I'm gonna look over at Mimi and just be like, "Worked when they did it." And I'm just gonna look at the bee and say, "Buzz, buzz, bitch!" and cast vicious mockery on it.
Right. So that's a wisdom saving throw, correct?
Yes, please. DC
Okay.
15.
Oh, Bards,
Well, I
you
rolled
and
a
your mocking
3 with a
ways.
-4 to wisdom, so it's technically a -1 to the queen bee.
Most
The way you
So-
enunciate the buzz buzz bitch is the equivalent to telling a beauty queen that her hair is bad. You see her actually
Oof.
kind of sink to the floor slightly. Like her little kind of teeny tiny, really weirdly disproportionate bumblebee legs kind of hit the ground for a minute, just as she genuinely deflates. Roll your damage.
She takes 6 points
Ooh.
of psychic damage.
Okie dokie. That is
And has disadvantage on the next attack.
end of your go, or anything else you'd like to do?
That's it. I'll stay within range.
Rightio. We are back to Mimi. Mimi, what would you like to do with your...
Whoa!
One sec, did I skip you? I skipped you. Hills. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Falcon.
Fine. I was at the bottom.
You're in the bottom. I know.
You have a chosen
It
one. This
completely
thing
threw me
doesn't-
for a loop by the fact that we've had
It's beneath you.
an awakened bush appear out of nowhere, and
Yeah,
also
that was nice.
like the monk is at the bottom of the initiative order. That's still kind of funny to me.
That's very strange.
I'm very disappointed in that. Don't get me wrong. Okay.
Thank you, Wee Duffy,
Is
for the
there a
hydrate.
way? Oh, thanks, Duff.
Oh.
Is
I
there a
dropped
way
the coaster.
I can get the bee in a 20-foot cone that does not include my friends?
Yes. However, you
With the
might...
understanding that I'm okay with hitting the bush to make that work.
Roll a intelligence check for me to do the maths.
Okay. Oh, just straight intelligence?
Yes.
Okay. I got a dirty 20.
You like have this moment, you know, that the gif of all the numbers in front of people's faces? You have that moment where like you're not usually that much into the math side of things. You're like body, soul, thinking. But you have like that moment, and you kind of like you feel like you're almost channeling the energy of Poppy. Like you have this like full like maths moment, and you like look at the angles, and you... In fact, it's so good, you're not going to hit any of the bumblebees, which I said if you hit the I was going to say if you hit the bumblebees, there might be disadvantage to any future adoption plans of Mera. So, luckily, you do not. Oh my gosh, we're being raided again! Second raid! Hello, Chris Adams, MVP, MLP. Welcome. Hello. We are raising money for Alzheimer's Association. Welcome. And playing silly games. Right. You get the angle right. What would
Okay.
you like to do?
I would like to use my Breath of the Dragon
Okie dokie.
to shoot fire in a 20-foot cone. It's going to be a DC 13 dexterity saving throw.
Okay. Let me just check her dex. That sounded
Hopefully not
inappropriate.
great.
Yep. Okay. That's a 9. 9!
Awesome. Okay. So it's going to be 2d6
Okay.
for, damn it, 6 total fire damage.
6 total fire damage. Okie dokie. Yep.
And then how close am I to it?
You, in order to get the angle right, you're probably about 10 foot away. So you're not in melee,
Okay.
but you could easily
Can
get into
I-
melee.
Yeah. So that was actually only one of my attacks in my turn.
Okay, cool.
I'm gonna use my
Monk.
movement. to run up to it, do an unarmed strike against it for my second attack. Which is a 9.
A 9 to hit, unfortunately, does not hit. You kind of misjudge how thick the fur is, and you make a punch, and you just get a handful of floof. I know bees aren't actually furry; they are in my brain.
Adorable.
They are fluffy. They are furry.
I'm going to bonus action flurry of blows.
Dang, girl. Okay, yeah, go for it. You are the chosen one, the hero of the adventure.
That's right.
18 to hit.
18 definitely hits. Go punchy punchy.
Okay. So the first one is going to be 10 damage.
Nice. You definitely
second
hit
one
in the stomach, and you see her like.
The second one is a 24 to hit.
A 24 to hit. That misses.
Yeah,
that hits. Definitely hits.
And that one's gonna be 6 damage.
That's gonna be 6 damage. Okay. You see.
And Hilara's just gonna like blow fire, miss the first punch, get the second 2, and then go, I am the chosen one. I got this.
Nice. You see, like, she literally doesn't, like, her little wings just stop fluttering, and she kind of just bumbles onto the floor, and she just kind of sits there a little bit. She still looks really angry. She's not prone. She just looks like she's on her last legs or her last wings at this point. Back to the top of the initiative order. Mimi, what would you like to do?
Okay, so Mimi sees that everyone is just ganging up on that bumblebee, and kind of wants a piece of a cake too. So she's just doing what every good warlock does, and gonna Eldritch Blast.
Okay, go for it.
Yeah.
Is that a dex save? That's an attack, isn't it?
Eldritch Blast is an attack.
Yeah, go for it.
Which means spell attack. Does a 25 hit?
Yeah, I'm going to preemptively say, how would you like to do this? How would you like to finish off the queen of the bees?
Okay, so Mimi's Eldritch Blast is this kind of reddish, purpley, almost rosé kind of color, and it just shoots out of the crystal from her staff and just hits the bumblebee square in the head and knocks the crown off.
Nice. The crown pings on the floor, and the queen bee just kind of. And as she's a magical creature, she kind of sort of splooges into the floor, and as she kind of deflates a little bit, you see she starts to shrink and shrink and shrink until she's about the size of a large cat. And she kind of bumps into the crown, like she's trying to pick it back up again, but she's too small. And she just boop, boop, buzz, buzz,
and
buzz, buzz,
then Mimi just goes to the crown and picks it up.
Okay, you're putting on the crown.
And just purrs.
Okay, as you place the crown on your head, can you make a charisma saving throw, please?
Great.
Of course.
I was going to do that.
So that's a 17.
A 17. Okay, you feel your brain kind of tingling for a moment, and you feel yourself become infinitely more attractive. Like, your feathers kind of bristle. You like the way that magpies kind of have that shimmery purple, green, blue to it. You feel like those have been enhanced. Your eyes spark. You've never felt so pretty in your life. And as you do this, you kind of reach up into the crown and you pull from it a shining golden key, which was kind of slipped in the side of it. Which as you look at it, has the name Mimi, that damn bird, carved into the side of the key. All of the rest of you...
I am the chosen one.
All of the rest of you notice how stunningly beautiful this bird has become. And you're also somewhat aware that he has picked something invisible out of the crown that you guys cannot see. She. Sorry. Pronouns.
No worries.
So
I do not believe that to be accurate. And I'd start looking around.
you have +1 to all future charisma-based checks and effects.
Thank you very much.
Because you are pretty bored. Right.
Question.
Okay.
What I know, because it says to be where the Queen Thorn Fungi medal Nilmerg. Do I know what that is referring to? Or what that...
You
like,
may roll
I felt I've never seen
a
that word before.
DC 18 intelligence check to work out what Nilmerg
That's
is.
not going to go well. Actually, I really want to know, so if I don't get it, I am going to use most of my chatspiration.
Okay. You're only allowed to reroll one roll with each inspiration, yeah?
Fair enough. And you said intelligence.
Yes. DC 18.
Okay. Alright, so I am going to use one of them.
Okay.
Damn it. No, the highest I got was a 14.
You are unable... You do not recognize the name of such a creature, such an entity, or its connection to anything particular. It's just not ringing any bells for you at this particular point in time. Oh, thank you for the follow, Proxima.
Got it.
I appreciate you. Right. No, you can't work out any specifics on that. Nothing really makes sense within that. You suspect you'll have to see it. What was the highest you rolled on those two checks?
14.
14. Okay. You do make the connection that the rose bush is thorny.
Right. She got, like, she is standing there just going like, okay, Queen Bee, Thorn Bush,
Why?
Metal's over there.
What? Why is
What a lot.
awake? What is word? Why is sun? Who is plant? Why is you? Much how? Can blink. Ooh.
Mimi is just sort of shimmying up to the rose bush and just saying, I am the chosen one, and just pointing at the halfling.
Bird is so pretty. Bird pretty. Shiny. Pretty feathers. Feathers. Why? Why here?
Why here? Would you like to not be here any longer?
No
Why
Bernie.
here?
No Bernie. Don't Bernie. No Bernie. No axes. Axes.
There are
What
other
are
methods
axes?
for your demise if you would not like to be here anymore.
No. Want to sleep.
Okay.
Who you? Who big hands? Who small person? Who wolf? Why bees?
I'm sorry, are you asking us who we are? Do you even know who you are? Because you're literally a talking bush. Like,
That's what I am. Oh.
I would like to offer the bush some respite from its existential crisis
Okay.
by casting suggestion on it.
I'll be back. My
Okey-dokey.
laptop is charging.
No
My
worries.
suggestion is chill the fuck out until you're done growing.
Okie dokie. Roll. Is that a saving throw on behalf of the bush?
It's a wisdom saving throw, DC 15, although I believe it can choose to fail that save if it wants peace for the rest of its existence.
I think it is going to choose to do just that. And but first I would like you to roll a general charisma check when you're approaching the bush. Your puffy hands,
With my giant hands.
glowing with some sort of arcane suggestion, and the words on your lips speaking to something that maybe speaks of intent.
A 17 charisma.
A 17. So the white rose eyes kind of blink at you, and like a thorny branch reaches out in like a sort of thank you, and it takes the suggestion.
Reach out my puffy hand.
It takes the suggestion as the thorn kind of shakes your hand gently, and the rose eyes close as in they bud up again instead of being bloomed, and the whole bush kind of just sits there and starts swaying in the breeze again. Roll a perception check for me, please, Poppy.
Perception. Ooh, I rolled a 17 again.
17. Okay, as the rosebush kind of relaxes and its eyes close, you see something shiny just underneath where it lands, and you see a very, very red, almost poppy-like flower, and just underneath it, something shining.
Can I want to grab whatever is shining underneath. It's probably gold or something good.
You see a small key with the name Poppy written on it.
Ooh.
Those of you cannot see what was just picked up from the ground. You don't know what it is. It seems like Poppy spotted something, reached down, grabbed it off the floor, and is now looking at it. In the same way that Mimi found something in the crown and is now looking at it.
Humans are so weird. So weird.
Indeed.
Right. On that note...
I'm just...
Oh, what was that?
I'm just looking over to Poppy. You are the chosen one.
The chosen one. You're the chosen one. She's the chosen one. We're all chosen ones.
I don't believe that to be
The
accurate.
chosen one.
We have invisible keys. We're all chosen ones. I like it. This is great. I'm going to pull out a notepad and start jotting down the outline of a story.
On that note, we are going to go on a quick tea break. We've been going for coming up to 2 hours, I believe. What is maths?
Already.
Coming up to 2 hours, yes. I'm so bad at maths. I keep on being like, but one sec, that's 11 o'clock. No, that's 12 o'clock. I am sleepy brained. We're going to have a quick tea break. We'll be back in a few minutes. Feel free to keep hanging out in chat, and we will see where the party goes to next. There are many things to adventure. I'm going to repost the poem into the chat if anyone would like to follow along with potential scenarios. We have met the Queen and the Thorn. We shall see who else we interact with during the course of this adventure. We'll be back in about 5 to 10 minutes, and yeah, have a good one, everybody. BRB. My own microphone. There we go. You guys, everyone could hear everything except for hearing me. Classic. Hi.
Fine. That's
Welcome
fine.
back,
So
everybody.
Funny the DM, right?
Yeah.
Totally okay. Don't worry about it.
That was the thing. That one D&D shot that I was like, I'd played with Tor and a bunch of her friends. I was like, I'm going to record this and put it on YouTube.
Oh my god.
And then the only audio that
And
didn't
it was
record
so
was
good, too.
mine. The whole way through. Anyway,
It was so good.
like the reaction on that was a point, a midway point. So good. Anyway, less about that game, more about this game, because I shall remind you that you were reminded by the Raven not to linger on the path. And as you look over, despite the fact that for you guys it's only been seemingly a matter of minutes, the sun in the sky is starting to overcome the precipice and is starting to set. And you are warned not to linger until nightfall. Where are you going? What are you doing? Decides the team. Time is not on your side.
Okay, so there was forest. There was forest one way, and there was desert one way. What was the other way?
Swamp
Swamp.
and
some kind of stony thing.
rocky
rocks.
stuff. So the where you looked was in the direction of the deserty biome, which was kind of rocky. Where you saw the flashing of something
I would like
metallic.
to specifically step off of the path and then look in the direction of the swamp.
You want to look at direction in the swamp? Okay, perception check.
I think we should go towards the forest.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like being contrarian and saying we should go towards the rocks.
Why the forest?
Me and Kendra feel very at home with the forest. It's like home.
I got a 19, Jenny.
You got a 19. Okay. Looking over in the direction
There
of
are
the
no
swamp.
cows falling from the sky.
Looking in the direction of the forest, not forest, in the direction of the swamp, you see just little bits of greenish movement. It's hard, like it's almost like it kind of looks like from a distance, teeny tiny, some sort of small creatures, kind of weaving in and out of the reeds. It's really hard to tell. You got a 19, so you can just about see that there's definitely some sort of movement in the grass from where you are, but you can't make out any more details than that from this distance. Several kind of, that's as far as you can see from where you are.
Okay, Hilara, you are the chosen one. I feel like you need to guide us down the forest path.
Sorry, did you say down the forest path?
Well, I mean, it's just an expression from literature, but like whichever path you think is the correct one.
But not on the
Well,
path.
We are very
But not
specific
on the
to
path.
not be on the path, so we probably won't be guiding you down any path at all. However, we have taken care of, I believe, the queen and the thorns, and the metal is that way, or there is some metal that way. But we don't know what this archway is necessarily made out of. There are some things in the swamp which makes me question the safety of the swamp. What's in the mountains? None of you looked at the mountains. Okay, I look at the mountains.
Okay.
Rocks! I
Roll-
said
roll
it! Rocks!
Roll perception in the direction of the
Okay.
rocks.
I got an 18.
You got an 18. Looking in that direction, you can just about see what looks like a small hut of some kind. A house. It's very hard to tell. Again, small or far away. Small or far away. It looks like some sort of building made out of some sort of like sandstone looking thing.
You said you like the forest?
Yes.
No cows falling from the sky.
I mean,
Yes, there were cows.
I feel like following a dog is always like a good way to get to the main beat of a storyline. So if Ghost Wolf is into the forest, maybe that's the right direction.
Ghost Wolf. Her name
Sorry.
is Kendra.
I
and
did
she's
write
not a
that down.
dog.
Kendra has it right.
How
On that note, I do have dog here, so we can follow
And-
Kendra or we can follow dog.
If you
What's your
call Kendra a dog again, it will be your last mistake. You got it.
Okay. Will I become a ghost librarian?
I'm gonna shoot an arrow in your head.
Yes.
I mean, it could be useful to have a ghost librarian around. Have you ever seen Ghostbusters? Just saying.
No, I have not
Kendra
seen.
will literally rip you into two, so you do not become a ghost. So I suggest not to.
You see as the sun visibly drops another couple of degrees in the sky.
I
I'm
feel like
gonna-
every time we argue, the sun goes down further.
I'm gonna
Alright,
talk
dog.
to Kendra and be like, guide us. Which way should we go?
I put dog on the ground, and I'm like,
Right.
learn from that one.
Okay, Kendra is going to roll a d4. 1, 2, 3, 4, north, south, east, west.
Okay.
She heads towards the mountains, bounding in the direction of the small hut.
Okay. Not towards the forest. I will trust you on this.
Remind
Ruff, ruff,
remind
ruff,
Kendra not to go on the path. We don't want to be on the path. We want to be off
Yeah.
the path slightly.
Yeah, she knows.
Got it. Let's go.
Okay, you guys follow and you trot through the grasslands, slowly going up over the rolling hills. But you notice that you are steadily just increasing in your verticality as you go up, kind of a steady slope. And you almost feel, for a moment, as you kind of get to where the grass is thinning, there's a point where you're in the grassy field, and then immediately you're feeling like it is cold. Like the dead of winter cold. Snow starts to fall around you. It's like you've stepped through an invisible veil, and you suddenly are all shivering after getting used to the warmth of the sunlight as you see before you the kind of mountainous looking rocky area all around you, and you see a very small hut, a light flickering from inside a little round window.
Wow, that was a weird change, wasn't it?
Kind of wish I had a sweater. Should have skinned that bee.
You should have skinned the bee.
The way that you think
Make like a cardigan, like a bee cardigan. It would have been warm.
What is it with you and what is it with humans wanting to kill everything?
I mean, it
To be
did make
attacked.
my hands into giant fucking
Talking of which,
swollen
it has
foam
been long enough
fingers.
that your hands are slowly starting to return to their normal size.
Okay.
Humans kill everything.
I knock on the
Oh
hut.
my god.
You knock on the hut. You hear
That's
a
an
voice from
unfair
inside going,
assessment.
"Get out! Go away!"
Yes.
Go away!
Please get out. Please get out of the hut. I have some questions for you, and I would like for you to get out of the hut, please.
My house!
The chosen one needs answers.
My house! My property! My things! Go away!
My house, my property, my things, go away!
Is there any chance that you are that idiot guy?
It's
It
pronounced
sounds like a girl.
the idiot guy! Everyone gets that wrong.
Idiot guy.
Exactly.
Idiot guy.
It's pronounced my mommy.
Alright, so in my defense, the crow that did it said that idiot one guy.
That's true.
What crow?
That one idiot guy.
Go away! It's my stuff. My house, my mountain, my
I
stuff.
suggest, unless you want a wolf knocking down your door, that you open up.
The thing
And
is, wait, didn't you
answer-
just make a comment about humans wanting to kill everything? Because I feel like you're choosing violence right now after criticizing others for choosing violence, and that seems a little inappropriate to me.
I'm threatening the person with my wolf. It's totally different.
I would like to make a persuasion check.
Okay. What would you like to do to persuade this this person within the hut
Okay, so does the hut have a window?
It does. It has a little round window that's glowing ever so slightly, flickering like it's there's a fire inside.
I want to go to the window, just knock on it carefully, just so tap, 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 tap. And then, that idiot one guy, my house.
Wow. That's not going to persuade them to open the door.
Okay.
Sorry, are you trying to seduce the guy in the house right now?
I mean,
I think he is.
Seduction
You are
check.
I'm
really
a very
pretty.
persuasive bird, apparently.
Right. Are you? So this is important to the question. Have you looked inside the window? And do you think you're visible through
not.
the window?
I have not, and I hope so.
Okay. Right. Roll your persuasion check.
Okay.
Oh yeah, because he thinks he's really pretty, doesn't he? Because of the crown.
He is really pretty because of the crown. He is rainbowy.
That's Nate. I'm gonna use transpiration.
Okay. Cool. Go for it.
That's a 2. Okay, I'm gonna stick with a 8.
Oh.
8 plus 5, 8 plus 6 is a 12. No, 14.
No, my house, not your house. Mine. Miserly mine.
I look in the window.
Okay, roll a perception check as you look in and you see the flickering of fire and also this kind of yellowish light, this weird, bright ambience to the space that you're looking into.
$18.
18. You see that this room is almost head to toe filled with gold coins, shiny gems, reels of pearls, chalices, your classic treasure trove. There is bags that say swag and loot. There is
that swag.
there is many other little intricacies, including a gold-plated kitchen sink in one corner of the room with a tiny little fire. What was the total on your perception roll again?
18.
18.
Yeah. Yes.
With an 18, you were able to see sticking out of the corner of sticking out of a little chest in the corner. You see a pair of green bat-like ears poking out, and as you look through the window, you see a little face poke out of the chest, sharp teeth, little pointed nose, massive green bat-like ears. You see what seems to be a goblin of some kind.
Fucking goblin.
It's a literal loot goblin.
I pull up my coin purse and I shake it in the window.
You shake it in the window. Roll a persuasion check with advantage. Hi, Lethal Sandwich.
Nat 20 for total 21.
Nat 20 for a total 21. You see as this idiot jumps up from his chest, tumbling down a pile of cash, throws himself at the door through his bonfire, setting his trousers slightly on fire, rushes to the door, scrambling with a set of keys to get out, and runs at you going, Gib! Gib! Gibby! Gib, gib! Gib! Gibby!
What are you going to give me for it?
Gib.
While that's happening, can I just go inside?
Roll a stealth
Just jump
check.
over his head?
Pretty much.
Are you being sneaky or are you just sidestepping?
I'm trying to be sneaky.
Okay, roll a stealth then. With advantage because he's distracted.
Okay. 15.
15. Okay. Right. Gib. Gib. You have entered the house successfully.
Can I get Kendra just to smell around the place to see if she smells anything, to know what this dude is and the thing in the chest is?
Yes, get her to roll a perception check. What you want? What you want for it? Shinies. Shiny loot.
I need information.
What? I don't know nothing.
What's a Nilmerg?
What?
What's a Nilmerg?
I'm gonna roll intelligence. Oh my gosh, okay. Don't you know? Don't you know? Like me. Except more tricksy. Troublesome. They get in things and mess up the wires. Lots of them. They spawn. Don't get them wet.
I pull one coin out and I hand it to him. I give him 1 gold for that answer.
Thank you.
And I say,
more. Gib.
Where's the darkened archway?
You gotta get all the keys first, right? Get all the keys, and then
No.
you
What
find...
does that mean? What does that mean?
You do.
Oh, we have 2 keys.
I don't see nothing. I got my keys right here, and he pulls out a pack of keys, and you see them jangling. They're different sizes, different shapes, different colors and metals, and he jangles them. My keys. You no take. Gib.
Wait. What do
Fair
you...
enough. Where can I get a key?
Not here. Don't take from here. My keys.
Okay. That's not helpful. Where can I get a key?
Don't know. My keys. Diana, what are you doing inside the house? Mimi, sorry.
I would like to have a look around for a specific key, not unlike the one me and Poppy found.
Okay, roll a perception check, and Rebecca, what did you get on the perception check for the Wolfo?
17.
17, okay. You get a general impression of like old bedroom stank. This is a teenage boy who hasn't left his room in a while. But the actual gold is real. It is hefty. You kind of get that sort of like she communicates to you that there's like a almost coppery metallic smell on the air. Like the amount of gold that's weighted down into this tiny shack is actually kind of compacting in on itself a little bit. Otherwise, you get as I believe goblins are one of your favorite enemies, that this is a goblin. They are famously troublesome, lawful evil, but mostly a nuisance. Like they'll eat a person, but not necessarily because they're evil, but more because that's what they do. They're not usually this obsessive about gold, as far as you know, because they usually live in clans where they have a hierarchy, and they'd fight over the gold. This individual is clearly a little bit wackadoodle, and a little bit on the mad side, but
no clan.
No sign of weaponry on them. There's no like smell of iron or steel on the air. So you kind of got an okay idea of what's going on with that. Anyway, he's still talking. How'd you get with your perception check?
I did have another inspiration, didn't I?
Let me just quickly check. You spent 1 on that saving throw, and you spent...
I spent 1 so far.
You spent 1 so far. Okay, so you've got 2 left.
Okay, so...
So Falcon's
that's
got
a
4,
13.
by the way. A 13 with your inspiration. Having a quick look round, you see piles and piles of gold loot, like diamonds worth multiple thousands of gold. Like just a set of very fine forks. A lute. It literally has a gold-plated kitchen sink. If you want swag, this is where you go. Not a single key is within sight. The only keys that you've seen are the ones attached to that idiot's belt.
You know what? I think I'm gonna nick the forks.
Okay, roll a sleight of hand check for me. In the meantime, Tor, what are you doing?
Poppy would like to glance at the setting sun.
Okay.
Look around at everybody stealing forks and not really finding things that we need. And I will cast sleep on the goblin.
Okay. So
I'm gonna give myself guidance for that one.
okie dokie. You're giving yourself guidance, not using your true inspiration. That is a-okay. So just at the point where he's like, you don't get them wet, you don't feed them after midnight, they cause all sorts of issues. They're just brats and pains in the
Hit points.
I mean, I will allow you to roll the points, but he's got
Take his keys.
he's got pretty low stats. But
Yeah, I
11
rolled
by the
31.
way.
you rolled 31. Yeah, he's out. He's so far out. He's kind of like he literally goes kaplunk, and like his keys like jangle.
All right, let's just take his keys. I'm taking a swag bag because obviously.
Pick my
Take the
one
keys.
piece of gold back up off of him and put it back in my coin pouch.
Okay, that is acceptable. So what are you doing with the keys exactly?
I'm just gonna take like all of them,
Okie dokie.
the whole thing.
Okay, roll as you reach down to pick up the keys. Can you please roll a charisma saving throw?
Ooh, no. Oh, okay, not too bad. That is a not natural 20.
Not natural 20. Okay. You feel for a minute like you just want to sleep in this hoard and never leave again. Like it looks so cozy, the gold looks so warm, it's so shiny.
I mean, that swag bag does look like a sweet pillow.
You resist the immediate urge to just dive into the pile of gold and never ever leave. Pick up the keys. They feel oddly heavy, and you kind of feel like they've got a weird magnetic attraction back towards the unconscious idiot. But you, at this point, are not able to make any further thought on that. They seem absolutely fine to pick up, and you've got your keys. He is literally snoring, and as you guys are like, he's like, gold nugget, diamond, dollar signs.
Yeah, we got keys. Chosen one. Is your name on these? Like,
Yeah. I will take the keys.
Okay. Roll a charisma saving throw, please, as you pick up the keys.
oh no!
Yeah, I saw that one coming. Not gonna lie, I was like, this is how this is gonna go.
Don't
There's only
forget, you've
one
got
way.
4 cheerspirations to use.
I am gonna use one of them. Yeah. That was worse. I got a 12.
You got a 12. You want to dive into this gold. This looks like you've never really thought too much about material goods. You are lawful good. You have no need. You are above and beyond it. But looking at the shiny shinies next to the shiny shiny bird, next to the shiny shiny wolf, next to the swag bag that's being dragged out by the librarian, who needs to make a strength check, by the way, to carry out that swag bag. This is the home you never knew about. It's just where you want to be.
I pick up like the goblin and drag him outside the door, and I walk inside the house, and I go, "This is what I was chosen for. Good luck, guys."
Wait, what?
So you just walk into the house and you see Mimi just picking up gold-plated forks and a diamond here, a ruby there, and just putting it all into a satchel.
Did you check the keys to see if your name was on it though?
Oh, I did not. I checked the keys.
Hilara, before you can even think to check the keys, that bird is stealing your forks. Those are your forks. That damn bird is stealing
Those are
your
my
forks.
forks.
Those are my forks.
Those are my forks.
What you gonna give me for them?
I look at the bird and go, "Yep, fair enough." And then I use Breath of the Dragon in their
Oh
direction.
my god.
Okay,
Oh.
so Right. Okay. Yes, you may use Breath of the Wild, Breath of the Dragon on the bird.
Breath of the Wild.
However, there will be contingencies. So, you make your it's dex save, right?
Yes.
Okay. Make your dex save with advantage, please, Mimi.
Rude.
Yeah. That's an 11.
That's
I
an
don't
11?
think so.
Okay. As the attack surrounds
you,
you,
and
what type of breath weapon is it, by the way? Is it fire?
it is my choice.
Okay. So
I'm gonna use I think cold damage this time.
okay. As this blast of cold energy comes at you, the key that you have seems to hum and resonate with a warmth. You kind of get surrounded briefly by a burst of energy you know not that you had. In fact, it's kind of rainbowy and tealy, like the feathers on your like the feathers post bumblebee crown. And as that happens, the spell reverberates upon the caster. Unfortunately, can you make a dexterity saving throw, please, Falcon?
Oh, jeez.
Yes.
Should have just held on to those keys.
I want to comment that I'm not too concerned about me making a dex save as a monk, but I feel like I would regret saying that. So.
I mean, might I just remind you of initiative order?
Yeah,
Yes. I am
getting the
controlling
bottom of the initiative
PvP.
order.
Like PvP, I am putting my foot down on PvP. So
I'm gonna use my Cheerspiration.
okay, go for it.
I did save for my own attack.
Okay, you did save from your own attack. As you dodge out of the way, the fear of potentially damaging yourself, you may make another charisma saving throw. It's almost not even the fear of damaging yourself, it's the fear of the loot being damaged with your own breath weapon. You may use... You still have 3 Cheerspirations left. Please use them.
I'm gonna use another one.
Okay.
I got a 16.
You got a 16. You are able to, having dodged away from letting, kind of almost stepping in the way of the ice blast to try and stop the loot from getting damaged. You're like, why do I even care? You are now free from that compulsion to dive into the gold and make it your home forever and ever and ever. You do have a slightly startled bird friend who is in front of you.
So Mimi just looks at you and just, without any intonation, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Feeling's bad.
Seriously,
And then I
what
go
the
through
fuck
the
is wrong
keys.
with you?
Sorry, what was that?
Hartling, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Go. Feeling is bad, and then I start looking through the keys.
Okay, roll a
Feeling is bad.
perception check.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Perception or investigation, your choice.
Oh, both are not great.
Again, you still have... Let's have a quick look. You still have 2...
I
one.
have 2.
You have 1 Cheerspiration left if you need it.
I'm gonna use it, yeah.
Okay.
I got a 15.
You got a 15. Okay. Having experienced this particular pivotal point in your existence, the resistance to the urge of the material world, you feel more empowered by this than ever before. Once again, you can cast off the oppression of worldly goods and focus on your prime directive to do good, to save the world. And as you do so, you find a key with your name inscribed upon it in the keychain, which you can just pull off the ring.
I do pull it off the ring. I toss the keys to the half-elf.
Oh, okay, Rebecca, would you like to
Eldritch Blast the keys.
Would you like to catch the keys, or would you like to not catch the keys? You've seen
I'm
this
gonna-
whole combat go down.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to touch those keys.
Okay, can you make a dexterity saving throw then to dodge out of the way of the keys as they are thrown at you?
Can I give her advantage because I'm Eldritch Blasting the keys and Eldritch
Yes,
Blast
you may.
makes force
Yes,
damage?
you may. Oh, thank you for the bitties, Captain Ninja. Who are those for? Falcon,
Falcon
I think
gets
you need
another
another one. You've got another cheerspiration, Falcon.
This is
My
5
rolling has
total?
been
Or what
on
is
or
it?
off today.
And my total's a 14.
Your total is a 14. Okay, you were able to easily dodge out of the way of the massive ring of keys that get hurled in your direction. And as kind of you see Kira kind of go down and kind of like flip at them like a dog that like has found something that it doesn't want to eat and just like at the keys and kind of scunches back and goes wow, which means glad you didn't hit them. Those are bad.
That's a bit rude throwing keys at me. Just saying. I'm just going to walk away from the hut.
Right, you see as the sun clicks one more point in the other direction. Where would you guys like to go next?
So how far has the sun set?
How far is the sun
approximately?
set? You've got approximately 30 minutes left of the stream. That's how far the sun has set.
Okay, so
About 30 minutes till sunset.
Forrest.
We've had the Thorn. This was that idiot guy. We know where the metal is. Would you like to go to the metal or would you like to go into the forest? Those are pretty much the options at this time.
Well, I'm going to choose the forest, obviously, because that's my natural home.
I guess we're looking for some fungi.
Okay.
To the forest. Hey, I bet the fun guy is going to be a good party. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, is that what he said?
No, he said fun guy. She just used it as fun guy.
I bet
Well,
he's
it's not
called
even an
Slim
idiot.
Shady.
And that was allegedly wrong as well. So maybe it is just a person
It's
who
just a
is
fun
fun.
guy. Yeah.
As we walk.
We're just going to go meet up with a fun guy.
Hello, Garifina. Thank you for the biddies. Who do you want to have cheerspiration? You can choose anyone here to have cheerspiration, which means they get advantage on their next attack, roll, or save. Let it be known. Right, so you guys hop back onto your feet and start charging off in the direction of the forest. It's quite a walk away.
Thank you.
It'll go to Diana. Okay, I will make note of that on my sheet. And thank you for the 100 biddies. And I forgot to also add the 100 biddies for Falcon to the total. Pardon me, that was a hic burp. Very ladylike. I turned my mic sensitivity up. That was not good. Okay. So let me also just quickly refresh on Just Giving in case we've had any more donations on the main page. No, we have not. But thank you to everyone who has contributed. We are cracking along on the targets. Once again, once we reach the next donation of 50, there will be a world-changing event. You know, in the meantime, we appreciate you for being here and contributing to a lovely cause to help people with dementia. In loving memory of my grandma, by the way. BT dubs. Right, and we are currently, our sum total is 130. So we're getting there. Ha ha ha. Anyway, carrying
That's
on.
quite sizable.
I know, good job guys. I appreciate you. It's awesome. Thank you. Thank you for celebrating 500 followers and also being here. Thank you. Who just cheered for the hic burp? Who did that? Thank you, Catnip Ninja. Thank you for the cheerspiration. I appreciate it. And thank you for donating to a wonderful cause to protect people who've had a particularly rough 2020 and 2021 because that dang well sucks. Right. You guys head towards the forest. As you approach, you see what you thought was a kind of shimmery fog cloud looks kind of more like a sort of haze of insects or teeny tiny particles in the air as you approach the outskirts of the forest, and you immediately smell this lush green kind of dank earth smell that ooh, what was that? Oh, thank you for the subscription, Garifina. I will add that to the total score if I can remember how to do maths. Dang it, I contributed everything to my business except for that. I'm just going to add a plus to my thing. That's £2.
Oh, another hype train.
Oh, thank you for the hype train, everybody. Yay. Oh my gosh, Falcon. Is that a cheerspiration for everyone?
No, I
5 for
really
her.
want
5 for yourself?
hype emote.
5 for yourself.
Are you sure?
I will take 5 for myself. My rolls have been shit, honestly.
Okay, that is
But
absolutely
I want the hype
amazing.
emotes. I did it for the hype emotes.
I did it for the hype emotes. That should be a t-shirt. 3,
No.
4, 5. Okay. Thank you, Garifina, to cheer for a person in need. Let's have a look, see who's got the lowest number of cheers points. That is for Rebecca. Thank you, Garifina, for the cheer for Rebecca. I appreciate you. Now I need to remember to plug in 500 biddies and another 100 biddies in.
Level 2.
Who did that?
Jenny, what you think of the red was amazing. Oh, so good.
Oh, who did that? Who?
Oh, Jenny just
got
got jump scared.
So good. Oh man, amazing.
Who did that? I
Great.
Okay. I realised that I didn't move my alert thing, so my alert thing keeps popping up over my whole face
Covers your face.
during the reaction. So you guys got to see my reaction to that jump scare. No one on stream got to. Thank you for the sparkle. All right, okay, I've got so much.
Well, apart from the people who also have your stream online.
GG. How many? Who do you want those biddies to go to? That you've just donated 300 biddies to the thing. And one sec, the troll in dungeon, is that 1,000 biddies?
Boop.
Thank you, the boop.
No,
no,
it's channel points.
It's
jump
the channel
scare.
points.
Jump scare
Yeah.
is 500 biddies.
The jump scare is 500 biddies.
Okay, so we've got 300 from GG that need to be distributed, and Captain Ninja, I'm just going to distribute it evenly between everybody, unless you specify otherwise. Doop, doop, doop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, there are 5 of us. I was like, whoop. There we go. So who are the 3 that from GG, and who are they going to? I use points for
Falcon has 11 cheerspirations now, or something like that.
Yeah, it's Captain Ninja who's jump scare. Thank you for contributing 500 biddies. 500, 300, and there we go. I didn't realise I'd get to give stuff besides scare for that. I appreciate you. Okay, so that was, oh my gosh, keeping up with the redemptions. 500 and 300. Right. We are at £143 raised. If we get another £7 raised, then we will be, a world event would happen. Oh, thank you for the biddies. Who was that? So much stuff going on. Just give it to anyone who didn't get it last time. And another 300 from Garifina. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay. 300 from Garifina.
Have more
Okay.
advantages than we have rolls left in the game.
The sun is setting,
I mean,
and I'm distracted
Falcon
by the
sure
hype
has.
train. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I mean, everyone else is kind of catching up with Garifina with those 3 plus those 3 again, because they're going to those in need. So we're actually, you guys have got a lot. Basically, I think you guys can roll with advantage for every roll for the rest of the game.
I don't think Falcon has enough key left to do Flurry of Blows to
Thank
just
you
burn through
everyone
all
for
of her
hype training.
cheerspirations.
Thank you
Okay,
for
first of
supporting
all-
Alzheimer's Society.
First of all, I've used 1 key point.
And looking
So,
after people
so you
who
have
need
4
it.
left, right?
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you,
Which
everybody.
means 4 times Flurry of
I
Blows, which
appreciate
is
you all being
2. Okay, yeah, scratch that.
How many more bitties before we get to world
Nah.
event? So I'd have to do some quick maths. Bits is 70 pence. So
Like
what's
1,000 or something, right?
so we need £4 and £4.90 in order to do that, divided by 70. No, I need to. What is maths? Okay. We need another 700 bits.
Yeah, Lethal Sandwich has a point. I only need a short rest to get all my key points back. And
Oh, thank you, Ash, for whoever
There's not enough
needs
time
it.
for a short rest before the sun goes down.
Yeah, oh my god.
yeah, you're right. The sun does go down in
Exactly.
12 minutes. So, or
Right.
22
Thank
minutes.
you.
Wow, that was some badass math.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ash. Oh my gosh, thank you everyone who's being so generous. Oh my god, Ash, another 300 on top of that. Another 400, sorry, on top of that. Blimey. Okay, everyone.
Just looking at Falcon's cam makes me hungry. That's unfair.
Okay. A 1, a 2, a 3, and a 4. Oh my gosh, everyone's caught up with Falcon, by the way, in terms of pre-existing cheers foes, with all of those biddies coming in. Thank you so much, everybody. I believe
We all have 500 advantages.
you're eating sushi. Oh, jealous. Okay, yes, we're like, let's have a quick check at the numbers. Unless I've missed any biddies, we are. And then some more biddies appear. Okay, unless we've missed any biddies, we are currently £1.40, which is 200 biddies away from a world event. Oh, and Gigi has contributed.
World event.
There you go.
300.
World event. Oops.
Wow.
World events happening now.
Thank you. And thank you, Gigi, for the 3 biddies for World Event. That's 303. Thank you, everybody, and thank you for the hype train. We are now at £150 and 72 pence. Let me just check to see whether or not the Just Giving page has got any more donations as well, just to be safe. Better check.
Don't worry, Lethal Sandwich. With that kind of inspiration pile up, we are sure not to die.
Thank you for the hype train. Thank you for completing level 1.
The entire
You guys are
party
awesome.
collectively has taken 2 points of damage this entire game.
Yeah, I mean, it's meant to be fun and easy. Okay, right.
Oh, it's very fun. It's very fun.
Okay, you guys are heading towards the forest. You've arrived at the forest. It seems like the air above it that you thought was mist or moisture seems to be buzzing particles, almost like insects, but seems to not have the purpose of insects and seems to be slightly smaller. Who did that? Captain Ninja.
Oh, it's Captain Ninja again. So good. For flavor, when we get to the forest, and like stop because we see the bugs, I activate my cloak of billowing and I have dogs standing right next to me again, and I have the key in my hand.
You are the chosen
And I'm like, we're almost there.
Right. You see before you a large, deep-looking forest, kind of swamp-like in quality. And are you guys entering the forest to the smell of like dank earth?
Yep.
Okie dokie.
Yeah.
Can't
I'm just
resist the
using
dank earth.
prestidigitation to give myself just some kind of glow bugs in my feathers.
Cute. Okie dokie. Let's see, Mera, what are you doing? Are you leading the party as the forest dweller?
I am going to lead this party and get.
Extraordinaire.
Yeah, I'm going to see if I can track anything
Okay.
or notice any prints or stuff.
Okay, roll a survival check for me, please. With advantage, because you have your doggo wolfo at your side.
I don't know what advantage means.
You mean you
It's
roll
just
twice,
roll twice,
and
take the
higher
higher one.
Okay.
Oh my god,
So
I
that's
got
that
a
one.
doggo as my choo-choo emote. New hypermotes, please. New hypermotes.
I'm gonna take the 18.
You're going to take the 18. Okay. Hunkering down on your haunches next to your ghost wolf, who is like, you feel like it's weird with your ghost wolf because normally you'd find the warmth of an animal to be comforting, but with your ghosty wolf, you kind of find the chill of her presence comforting as you hunker down, and you can see that she's kind of pouring the earth and taking a smell of the air, while at the same time you're looking at leaf patterns, you're looking at the way that the ground has been interacted with by wild animals, things like deer potentially that live in this wood, or little maybe, I don't know, raccoon type creatures that aren't raccoons, maybe something akin to that. Something that you might find in a game like Don't Starve. Who knows? Or fucking turkeys. Who knows? You definitely have seen that there has been critters around in this environment. However, the thing that catches your eye specifically seems to be what look like almost perfectly spherical footprints. They are like round circles with like 1, 2, 3, 4 little podgy toes, like how a child might draw a teddy bear's footprint, but perfectly in the ground, like someone has just been wandering through. And you imagine, you can almost, with that roll, you can almost hear the sound of ploop, 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 ploop in your brain, and you know exactly what direction they were going in.
I'm going to follow this.
Okay.
And I'm going to follow the footprints.
While you're in the forest, you have advantage on scavenging, tracking. You will not get slowed down by dangerous terrain, which this is. This is a slushy, undergrowthy, tangled jungle environment. However, you know what you're doing. You are Forest Fiend. You know exactly what you're doing. You and Wolfo track a perfect way through, and your confidence and talent in the forest environment bolsters the confidence of your party members. You might actually be the chosen one.
I don't think that's accurate.
Right.
Don't worry, guys. I've got this. This is my natural terrain. I was brought up in the woods.
As you get further into the woods, you come into what looks like a glen. And does anyone know what fairy circle is?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So you see a circle of brightly coloured mushrooms in various shades. Red caps, green, yellow, pink, blue. Colours that you didn't think you would see in mushrooms. Like there's a lilac one that's kind of shaped like this. And looking around, you're like, I feel like the footprints led here, but you can't see where they went to.
Can Wolfie smell the thing
Roll
that...
a perception check for me, please.
Okay.
Wolfie.
Perception.
I think your wolf should have advantage on perception checks with smell.
They do. So roll twice,
because
take the
of
higher
keen
one.
smell.
When we get to that clearing and see the mushrooms, I'm gonna look at it and go,
21.
21.
Do we eat them or we stand in them? Those are the only choices.
As
It makes sense.
the wolfo sniffs the air, it catches like with a 21, it catches the smell of kind of, you know how well, has anyone here ever smelled honey fungus? Okay. It's kind of a yellow kind of curly fungus that usually it's a mushroom type thing that grows out of the sides of trees, usually like fallen trees. It smells like candy, like it smells like honey, and it catches it on the breeze and immediately goes towards the northern side of this mushroom circle and starts pouring at a particularly bright pink mushroom head, at which point you hear a sort of like...
I'm going to go towards the sound and tell Kendra to back off so I can see what she's clawed at.
Okay. As she backs away, you see what looks like the pink mushroom that he was batting going, kind of like trying to like sneak away, but quite obviously trying to sneak away.
Can I grab it?
You can.
I'm just gonna poke it with my stick.
Okay. So roll a athletics check. A dexterity check for me, please, Rebecca, to see whether or not you can grab it. And at the same time, can you, please, Diana, roll an attack roll to boop it?
Okay.
Can I use my cheerspiration?
Absolutely. You have many cheerspirations, so please
One
use
of the
them.
20.
Yes.
Because that was atrocious.
Okay, go for it.
That's a 13 to boop.
Okay, 13 to boop. Okay, let's see whether or not Rebecca can get there first.
If I were doing damage, I would do to subdue.
Okay.
I got a 9.
You got a 9. Okay, so you try and reach out and catch it, and it shimmies out of the way. At which point, Mimi reached down and boop, and as Captain Ninja just booped me for the record.
What are you people?
I set up this alert in the wrong place. I'm sorry, sound alerts.
It smells yellow.
It smells yellow.
There's so much space like to either side on the bottom too. It's just
Yeah, I mean, I positioned it best I could. Yes, as you reach down to boop it, you hear a. I don't have the tone full enough.
Listen.
Thank you for the hey listen. Hey listen. But what actually happens is all of the mushrooms in the circle all start harmonizing in little like do 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 do, and they all get up and they start doing a little dance around in a circle like a maypole dance, because you've kind of activated their dance routine. And you see as all these little mushroom fellows, who are little hats with their little round white faces, and then kind of like stubby little teddy bear arms and stubby little legs with little round feet and little round arms, and they start doing a little intricate dance all around you guys' feet, going do 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 do, and it's beautiful and it harmonizes. Yes, Falcon.
Can I pull out my pan flute and like play along?
Yeah, there's only one option. I'm pulling out my lute and I'm playing music with them.
From you two ladies.
I'm conducting. I use a charge of my wand of
you
conducting.
guys.
Absolutely excited for me to use a cheer point on this because my performance is also bad.
Okay. Yeah, I'm also going to use Cheerspiration.
Okay.
But Jenny, earlier you said that because of my dramatic pose with my dog and my billowing cape, I could get a +1 to my dex
You
charisma
do get
check.
a +1 to your dex.
Okay.
I got a 7.
You got a 7?
I rolled
okay.
a 14.
You got a 14? Okay.
But I have a +10, so it's a 24.
Yeah,
baby.
also used a Cheerspiration,
Okay.
and I got a 22, and I'm just conjuring up some kind of percussive drums to go with it, and also, I don't know, maybe a clarinet, a French horn, stuff like that.
Nice. As this is occurring, I'll get to you in a moment, Falcon. Actually, I'll get to you first. What are you doing?
I'm proficient in pan flute, so do I get to roll that performance check and add my proficiency bonus?
Sure, I'll allow it. Don't re-roll. What was
That's a 10.
That's a flat 10. Okay, you're adequate. You're trying. Rebecca, what are you doing as all of your party members whip out instruments and start a boogie?
We're not even charmed, we're just doing it.
I'm just gonna look at Kendra and see if she knows what the fudge they're doing, because I have no idea.
That's a good thought. Have you experienced music as a person?
No.
Right.
I know she is.
I would
No, I
like
wouldn't have.
you to roll a wisdom check.
Oh, I got a natural 20 and a +3, which is 23.
Okie dokie. You find yourself enjoying this. It is a beautiful sound. Maybe not quite so much from Hilara. She's trying. But between the beautiful kind of of the mushroom folks and the fantabulous performances of the other two members of your party, you, for the first time in your life, feel compelled to dance in the best possible way. It's like a new experience for you. Your mind is opened to a whole new thing. You actually will have advantage on intelligence. One second, I'm going to give you a +1 intelligence from now on. I know that's one of your weaker stats. You have experienced culture like you've never experienced culture before. It's certainly an interesting culture, but it's a culture that's akin to what you grew up with. This is a natural performance combined with a societal performance. And even though it feels slightly unnatural to you, it's something that kind of hits you deep in your soul. And you find yourself stepping into the center of the circle just as a teddy bear, Ewok-sized mushroom man walks into the center of the arena to join you. He steps up to you, looks you up and down, and says, "Shall we dance?"
Yes, we shall.
"Milady." He will take
My
your
good
hand.
sir.
I would like you to roll a performance check. You have an additional +1 to your charisma. And
Performance.
I'm going to recommend you spend one of your cheerspirations as well. Oh my gosh, we've been raided by Tim as well. Hello, Tim.
What am I doing? I'm rolling a performance check.
You're rolling a performance check, so roll that first. And you can roll it twice, because I'm going to say spend a cheerspiration, because we're in the last 5 minutes.
I got the same number twice. I got
Okey-dokey.
15.
15, and then I'm going to give you that +1, because you stepped to the game. So as the Mushroom Man steps up to you and goes, "Shall we dance, milady?" You reach down. And, again, you've not experienced society. You've seen, the dance of the bees. You learned that earlier. You instinctively know the dance of the bees. You've seen flowers moving in the breeze. You've seen willow trees. You literally see the colours of the wind.
Of the wind.
You reach down to this mushroom man, and you're not a small creature.
All the colours of the
And
wind.
you guys break it down. It is a fun guy moment. You spin him round, you spin him back, you throw him up in the air, he does a triple backflip. He is a fun guy of a mushroom. And he then, the end of the song happens, the little mushroom people go, "Doo-doo, doo-doo, doo. This was a triumph." They all hop back into the ground.
What did he say?
This was a triumph.
Oh.
They all slide
I'm making
back
a
in.
note here.
Huge success. And they all disappear into the ground with just their heads poking out. And the mushroom man says, "Thank you. This was a lovely evening. My gift to you." And he reaches inside his mushroom heart and pulls out a key with your name on it.
Oh, thank you. It's been a pleasure.
"Good night." And he sinks into the ground. At which point you see the sun is starting to hit the horizon. Flashes of blue light start to cascade across the environment. You guys see as I forgot that we actually achieved a world-changing moment, and I need to adjust that before we finish the game. One moment, let me roll that on the sheet.
Change the entire world before we end.
Let's see what
Everybody
happens when I
dies.
roll. Oh, I think you guys see. Right, I'm a professional adult. You guys see as the mushroom man goes "good night" and slides away. The world suddenly pinks into shades of pinks, caramels, and all around you, the trees become licorice. The grass becomes just candy as far as the eye can see. All the little mushroom people briefly turn into gummy sweets. The mushroom man himself is a giant pile of jelly with white dots, which are actually kind of splodges of what look like cream. The entire forest around you becomes sweets.
I would like to lick him.
You would like to lick the mushroom man?
I'm gonna try and stop her.
I mean, I wanted to lick him before, but now I want to lick him even more.
Okay.
I'm gonna try and stop her.
Roll
And we haven't even
contested initiative
started doing
between the two of
drugs
you
yet.
to see whether or not you can
There's no
stop
better time to start than
Poppy
now.
from licking the mushroom man. Oh gosh, please someone
What is
point
the
this.
subject? Sorry.
Garafina, me too. This forest makes me hungry.
Oh my gosh, I miss being raided by
What am I-
Jessie. Hi Jessie, thank you for the raid. We are raising money for Alzheimer's Society. If you would like to, Cheerspiration is basically done because we're due to finish in like 2 minutes. But if you would like to donate, there is a charity link. And thank you for being here. Sorry, I completely missed you, Jessie.
We have more Cheerspiration than we could ever need.
Yes.
Yeah.
Every one of us has
Okay,
like
contested
10.
initiative between Rebecca and Tor. What do you guys get?
Initiative.
Yes.
I got a 17 plus 3.
17 plus 3? Okay, dirty
20.
20. Okay. And what did you roll for your initiative, Rebecca?
17.
17. Okay, unfortunately you are unable to stop as Poppy lunges
Just run
forward,
over.
grabs the mushroom, and licks. I would like you, please, to roll a Constitution saving throw.
Yep. Sounds about right. 7.
Right. Let me roll for a random effect of licking the mushroom man.
Can I kick her?
Let me roll for mushroom licks.
Right. So this was going to be another world-changing event, but however, we are running out of time. So instead of it being a world-changing event, it's going to be a Poppy-changing event. Poppy, you are suddenly 4 years old.
Oh,
Oh,
dear.
yeah.
How do you all react to your fellow compadre becoming...
Well, that's your own fault, isn't it, dear?
I want chocolate.
Oh my gosh, Gigi Boo just donated 5,000 biddies. Wowie
Oh my
zowie.
gosh.
Thank you so much.
Holy crap.
Holy moly macaroni.
Wow.
That is bonkers.
That's a
nutters.
lot.
Let me
I would
add
just
that.
like to point out. I would just like to point out that 5,000 bits is 50 American dollars. So how close are you to that 200?
We are currently on 189 British pounds and 22 pence.
Ooh,
So
so close.
I don't know how we would do another world-changing event at this point in the story, but we could do if we get to that 200. Who knows? And it also includes donations directly to the Just Giving page as well. So if anyone wants to do that, in fact, actually, I will say, oh, that's gone up. Who donated? I missed a donation. Thank you, Anonymous, for that £14. We're now at 130 on that. Let me just quickly plug that into my spreadsheet. 130. I think we might be there. Yes, £203 and 22 pence. You guys are awesome. Yay! And I will say as well, I will make this donation after the stream. My colleague at work, Carol, also when I said that I was doing a D&D stream for Alzheimer's Society, she said, I donate £5 in honour of my mother. So thank you to Carol as well to donating £5. So our total is £208 towards the Alzheimer's Society. Thank you guys so much. It's amazing. I appreciate it so much. So how are we going to do? How are we going to do another world-changing event? Thank you, Tim. I appreciate you. Honestly, no, it's so good. Thank you. Thank you, Tim, for your donation. I appreciate it. And Falcon's mum and me. And I feel weird thanking myself. Thank you to you guys.
Maybe turn Poppy back into an adult.
Thank you, Jenny. Thank
Yes,
you.
thank you, Jenny.
Right. Another world-changing event. Let's see what else I have running.
Okay, so
As a question, how tall is a 4-year-old librarian?
That would be a question for Tor. How tall is Poppy?
I
Joker Joe
don't
just donated
know
£100,
child
$100.
sizes. So let's just say 2'5". I don't know. That's probably a very small 4-year-old.
Actually, that's probably quite accurate. 4-year-olds are quite small.
As a 3-foot tall halfling, I will put my hand on Poppy's head and muss Poppy's hair and say, good.
Oh my
You'll
god.
come train with me now.
One sec. We just went from £130 to £200. What?
Hey.
What? I'm not even
Now we
getting the
need 2
notifications.
world-changing events.
Thank you, Joker Joe. Thank you. What? What is this madness? Thank you, everybody. Thank you for donating to Alzheimer's
Okay.
Society in honour of my grandma and in honour of all the people who've had who are suffering with dementia and have had additional isolation due to COVID and due to isolation. You know, they are our history. They don't deserve what they've gone through. The most vulnerable in our society have also been the most isolated, and those people who have got dementia or other forms of mental degradation, who have lost their sense of selves and lost their connection with family during this time. My heart goes out to them. Thank you so much to everyone who has contributed to the cause. I really, truly appreciate it. You guys rock my socks. Just saying.
We're just never gonna get out of this world because people
We're
just
never
keep
getting out of this
changing
world.
it.
I know, like
Keep donating.
poor old Rebecca and needs to go to bed. But we have another couple of. We need to put in another 2 world changing. Is 3 world changing? 2 world changing. Lost track of where we were. Okay, so we had things. I don't know. I feel like I'm just gonna go through all of the ones that we have left, right? Okay. So, in fact, all the cast becomes children. Have at it what you will. I will be interested, Mimi, as to what you look like as a child.
So just physically children or also mentally children?
Physically and mentally.
Physically.
You are kids.
Oh, so okay, so Mimi can't. So Roos can't yet control it.
No.
Good to know.
No, you cannot.
So what you see is Mimi the Kenko is gone, and in her stead is also kind of 2.5, 3 foot ish gray-skinned person with silvery hair, dark pupilless eyes, and far too big clothes.
Oh. We've all been hooped.
Who just goes, I want to go home now.
Poppy's gonna walk over and take the locket from her neck and just throw it on the ground. So I'm assuming with the reversal in time, that's okay.
Ooh.
And I'm just gonna take the hand of Mimi and be like, yeah, let's go home.
Okay. Where
Very
is
small.
home?
Halara is just gonna go, oh yes, all of you can come train with me.
Okay.
And what would...
Where are we going?
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I've just thought Kendra's a puppy now. Kendra's a puppy wolf. She's a ghost
Yep.
puppy wolf.
Oh no, what happens to dog?
I think I'm gonna say that dog and cat are unaffected at this time, given they are additional NPCs. I don't want them to become
Got it.
Non-existent.
Cellular.
Pre-cellular.
Dog and I are about the same size now.
Probably.
Probably. So yes,
And
Mira.
cat can't sit on my shoulder anymore because it's far too big.
Mira, what are you like as a 4-year-old?
Do I know that Kendra's my mum?
You were well at the moment. Kendra's also a puppy, so you're probably not quite able to comprehend that. You probably
Right.
just know that she's your friend.
She's my friend. I'm just gonna look at them and be like, were you abandoned too?
Oh. And you get, you know,
This is just going to walk over to Kendra and trying to pet it.
you can pet it. It feels cold, but it feels oddly solid despite being translucent. And Kendra will nuzzle you as well.
Yeah.
Thank you, Joker Joe, for the sparkle. Sorry, sparkle. Dang it, I really did misplace this thing. If I put it like down here or like
You're a
down
nice
there,
dog.
it would have been fine.
I like you.
And and again, going back to the pre-world changing events moment, despite you all being children, you see as the sun hits the horizon, the sky becomes a scattered sparks of blue, lightning blue, cascading across the sky. And at that point, you see a gap between the trees, a blue archway appear, and inside of it is a crackling darkness. You see around it there are 4 keyholes around the outside of the archway.
Oh, pretty.
Do we still have our keys?
You do still have your keys with your names on them.
I think we
I
need to go
wonder if this
there.
key fits in that hole.
Wanna
Like
try?
a-
Okay, I am the chosen one. I will lead us through the archway. Let's go.
Oh,
What's an
Tommy
archway?
Pickles.
I picked the lowest keyhole to put my key in because it's the only one I can reach.
I'm gonna hop up on her back and go for the higher one.
Okay.
I'm gonna
okay.
I'm gonna try to do the same thing, but hop on both of them.
Okay. Yes.
I'm gonna use I'm gonna ride Kendra and get her to jump over them and plop it in before she lands.
Rightio. Click, 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 click. The door opens to a blinding white light. You all pass through, and you wake up as you were in the library. The book is no longer existent in your hand. Instead, you have a key with 4 names on it. You appear back in the forest. An unconscious, slightly douchey man that you kind of think you recognize lies unconscious on the floor in front of you. There is no sign of any danger in his eyes.
Am I still a child?
You are now a fully grown adult once more.
Okay.
Mera, your puppy is a full-sized wolfo once more, but in your hand is a key with 4 names on it. From your station, meditating, you can't see any sign of a feather on the air, but you feel like you've had a real experience because sitting cross-legged by your temple, knowing that you are the chosen one, you suddenly have the desire to find 3 other peoples whose names are on this key, knowing that they are the people you can choose to help fulfill your destiny. Once more, Hilara, the chosen one, who now has found her trusted companions. And last but certainly not least, a full-grown kenku bird. Oh, wink. Oh, wink. Twirls a wand in their hand, humming a tune, while in their hand is a key with 3 other names upon it. Thus endeth Into the Tangled Thicket.
The tune she's humming, and she's actually going to expand the second charge of it, is the tune the mushrooms were humming.
I'm making a note here. Huge success.
Huge success.
Thank you.
To
everybody.
My satisfaction.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah,
That was
thank
so
you.
good. I love that we somehow solved at least some of our. We
So,
solved my problem.
The only other ones that you didn't interact with was the metal and the Nilmerg. The Nilmerg that you might have worked out, I know Diana did work out, they are gremlins spelled backwards. They inhabit the swamp and are most notable for stealing your shiz, and they would have stolen your shiz. Most notably, a certain necklace from Rebecca, which I think she would have not liked, a certain necklace from Tor, which she probably would have appreciated just a smidge, a certain wand from Diana, oh, and probably just a little bit of your dignity. For Falcon, because
Yeah,
you
I
don't
probably
really have
would've
any
gone on
physical objects.
Mara would have probably gone on a
Yeah.
warpath if her necklace had been taken.
Oh,
She would
yes.
have gone on a warpath.
Equally, if you guys had discovered the metal was a sleeping, large, mecha-like droid who was sleeping because they usually are awake at night. But also, they're not very good at doing what they ought to do. They are what might be called a night bot, and they have a hammer with which to hit trolls.
Wow.
That's
Um,
great.
But there we
Flawless,
go.
amazing.
Thank you so much to everyone who has contributed.
Was there a world event that manual Jenny bot triggers while we are fighting the night bot and she just bonks him on the head?
Depends on how you reacted to him.
Bans him from combat.
If you reacted with violence, who knows? If you reacted with kindness, who knows? Who knows? This was always going to be a chaos storm, so I left a lot of options open to see what you guys would do. Thank you to you guys who've been playing with me. Diana, Tor, Falcon, and Rebecca. Very sleepy UK and German peoples. Thank you for still being here, despite it being very late in the morning and definitely early.
I wouldn't have missed it for a world.
It's only 5 o'clock. So,
it's only 5 o'clock. I mean, it's only 1:15 and 2:15 and 1:15.
It's 2:15.
There's only one.
To everyone.
In the morning.
Yeah, you've got to get up super duper early. So we are going to call it a night, but I want to say a huge, huge round of applause to the players. Thank you for being here. I hope you guys have had fun. I hope you guys enjoyed it. You guys are awesome sauce. Thank you for being here. I've really appreciated it. Yay.
Oh, this was awesome. Good job,
Falcon has a question.
I do have a question. Do you have plans to raid anybody?
I don't. Well, I am going to raid someone. I just haven't looked at who is available at the moment. I know May I Helped You is online. Seamus the Bear is online.
Wog Ditto, who does one shots every Friday, is playing a game called Magical Cats in Various Lighting Conditions right now. And I don't know anything about it, but I feel like the chaos of that name is a really good follow-up to the one-shot we just played.
That seems reasonable.
It's the same channel Falcon was playing the Mothman promised
that's
he's
one,
going
that's
to
the
stay
same people I
for a
played
week or something like that.
Mothman with, and the Pinwheel Gang, that's where that came from too, so.
Well,
yeah.
if ever there was a good
those
suggestion
guys are awesome.
for a raid of someone that I follow and never ever raid, that is a good one. So we will set that up. Thank you to everyone who's contributed. I'm just going to quickly refresh the Just Giving page in case we have any additional donations that I've somehow missed along the lines. So £200 directly donated from Just Giving, plus £5 from my colleague Carol, plus £73 worth of bits. So thank you all so much. Nearly £300 raised. £273.22 raised for the Alzheimer's Society. Thank you so much to everyone who's contributed, being here, hanging out and chat. I realise that I've ignored chat more than I usually ever do. I'm usually much more active, but this has been a lot of brain space. Thank you all.
Okay, we were pretty active in chat.
Thank you all so much. You guys are amazing. We're going to go send a raid over to some other wonderful D&D players who seem to be playing craziness. How short are we in dollars? I would have to work that out, Joker Joe.
If you give me the exact number in pounds, I can work it out right now.
I could work it out. I just too much maths.
She said £173.22.
So the difference between us making 275, which is a nice round number, or the difference between making
100 and what?
£273.22.
Plus £5 from my colleague Carol, so that's actually £278.22. So the pounds difference is.
So we're just above $393, United States dollars.
One sec. Let me math. So we are £21 and maths. Ugh, what is maths? This is my 2:20 a.m.
The current exchange rate is £1 sterling equals 1.42 United States dollars.
Right. While that is happening, I'm going to say once again thank you to the players, thank you to the chat folks, thank you to the several raids. I think we had 4 raids, which is nutters. Thank you for being here. I hope everyone has had an awesome time. 500 followers, which is now like 570 followers, more or less. Thank you, Gigi, for contributing the biddies. I really, really, truly appreciate it. Oh my gosh, and Joker Joe too.
Sadly, no world-changing events anymore.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So 1,100 plus another 2,000, so 3,100. Holy moly.
Jeez.
3.
Fucking you crazy.
100. What?
The world changes anyways.
I don't like the only thing left in world
Everybody
changing
is 4 again.
Oh my gosh, another 4? No, another 3 from Joker Joe. What? Oh my gosh, you guys are amazing. I really appreciate it. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. One sec, I'm gonna need to. How many biddies is that? 55. Okay. Right.
Very flabbergasted, aren't you?
I am much flabbergasted. So
Yeah,
yes,
they are.
with the £5 contributed from my colleague, we are now at £302 and 41 pence. We have made it over the 300 mark. Thank you so much,
Amazing.
everybody, particularly those last minute peoples who threw so much money in order to get over 300. I thank you and I appreciate the corgis. Thank you. Right, we are now going to do a raid, whether by hook or by crook. We are going to raid. They are wonderful D&D players, as recommended by the lovely Falcon over here. Tomorrow will not be a community stream because this is a community stream, if you hadn't worked it out. Tomorrow, if I do stream, it will probably be a low-key Witcher and Tipsy stream because I've got 4 days off and I feel like that's an opportunity to have a little drinky. This will probably be going up on YouTube in a couple of weeks. We'll see how things go. I've got to wait a certain amount of time before reposting. But I hope you guys all had fun, both in chat and in person. And I will see you guys all tomorrow probably, and then later in the week. And all of these people, hopefully, sooner in other places and around. All that jazz. Please join the Discord if you want to have more fun times like this. And yeah, just I'm honestly blown away by how generous everyone has been. You guys are amazing. Thank you. Okay, raid is going now. Now, as I always do at the end of the stream, please respect your local lockdown guidelines. Please continue to be vigilant. We are not quite there yet. It is so close. It is on the horizon. It is a marathon, not a sprint. Hands, face, space. Get your lateral flow test. Get vaccinated if you can. For the love of monkeys, protect essential care workers, particularly essential healthcare workers. It is not over until we get an international all clear. Please respect everyone. Let's be good folks. Be kind to yourself. Be kind to other people, etc. Let's raid now. Bye.
Yay.
Okay. Let me
Oh, sucks.
just put it to the bye-bye screen and mute everyone so we can say goodbye.